location here in Middleton, Mass, from the clubhouse. We're excited. We are here to watch the third round of the U.S. Open with you guys, which is cranking off right now. The leaderboard is tight. There are some big names up there. You're right next to me. You guys see that we're in person next to each other. And yes, I said that might be my first.
Go back to doing your job.
Yeah, okay. But regardless, we are here.
I'm gonna hit my shot real quick.
Yeah, he's gonna go hit his shot because and just in case he what's up in there.
Oh, we're gonna shot.
Yeah, we're gonna go on. Actually, you should get along. You give yourself on that one. Regardless, here, guys. So we're gonna be bringing you some live golf on the simulator today. We're gonna be talking U.S. Open. We have some guests coming on that you might remember from early on in our season here. We got Bo McBride. We got Chad Eckert coming on. So we're going to catch up with them, see how their picks are doing this week at the U.S. Open. So we're excited to be here, guys. This great crew, great location here at the clubhouse. And as we're going to get us started off here with a little bit of Bud on the course. He's chipping on the green, and he is going to put it pretty close, it looks like. If you couldn't be able to tell, it looks like he's going to be about 21 feet away from the hole. Look, and just let's be fair. Bud is a much better golfer than I am. So we're going to take the scores as they are. I'm out here having fun, but regardless, this is just going to be a good time. We're happy you guys are here with us today. And as always, big shout out.
Sorry.
Wrong side.
It's my first day.
First day. He's used to just being on the other side of the screen for me, not right next to me. But regardless, this is, I think that you just threw my whole train of thought off.
I did. Why don't you shoot your shot?
I'll hit my shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us today. This is going to be fun.
Somebody's closer.
Yeah, so we decided to tee it up and try our hand at the Ryder Cup course from Whistling Straits, and we're excited to see you here today. Sorry, I got distracted. We're back in action. We got the U.S. Open over my shoulder right here. We got Divots and Pivots live going right there. And Stonehands McGee has learned a little bit of touch. Oh, God. If I lose to him live on live air, I'll never live this down. I'm going to lose twice, though, because we're going to check in on our DK competition here shortly. He's a six-pack of tall boys up on me right now. Corey Connors is still the bane of my existence, but coming off of the RBC Canadian Open, I'm going to take it easy on our brethren to the north. Did you actually just go up and down? Did you make a par there?
No, because the gimme would give me a bogey. Okay. That was my third shot.
So, okay, real quick. So we are at the clubhouse at Middleton. Great spot, great joint. We got 10 simulators. They've got cornhole behind us. They've got darts over there. They've got shuffleboard. They got a full bar, which we will take advantage of. Take advantage of it responsibly.
Yes.
One of the gentlemen from Clubhouse is going to join us in a little bit. He's going to tell you a little bit about the place in case you're over in the area and you want to stop by. But right now, I'm going to go try to save my par and my dignity because I can't talk all this trash and then come and lose. So we are currently on the third hole. Again, we're at Whistling Straits, the Ryder Cup course, and I am one over going on the third hole. I got about a 20-footer from par.
I think we're about 3 over.
We're going to check in on our DK scores here in a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
not good for me this week. That's why you're going to get me
Are
back.
you serious? Like, I mean, I got 3 guys who missed the cut.
Oh,
but,
so we both had 3 guys miss it.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't a
here's
good
the
week for
difference.
us here.
but the 3 that I have left, and I think the same 3. No, you got Rory in there.
Well, we both had Mido miss,
Right?
but I didn't play Finauer because I had Mido, Henley, and
I had Henley in my other league.
well,
Shouts to the other league, by the way.
I think it was I had missed now because that's how much I forgot about that lineup because I just failed at it miserably. But
Well, my thing was I had to focus. It's because in my other league, I'm sucking high teeth, as they would say, and I'm down at the bottom of the leaderboard. But it's the guys. It's the guys that I have left. I got Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, and Justin Rose.
let's see, you got some good guys
Somebody
left
could
here.
go nuts here. Nobody's doing it yet. Somebody could go nuts here. They're back into all major winners, and that's why because the other league is all about nailing the winner.
See, McElroy fell off. McElroy was who I was hanging my hat on, but now he's not even on the first page of the leaderboard. He fell off on me.
And it begs the question, these guys, they have so much on them. And he was out there saying, it's been 8 years since I've won a major.
Yeah.
I need to get my hands on a trophy. I want to get my hands on a trophy.
And the Canadian Open is not the trophy he wanted his hands on.
No, not at all. And he admits that. He's like, I'm that good. I'm that caliber. So, all right.
Speaking of
Get out
caliber,
there, see if you can save par on this. My DK lineup. So it looks like both the end, but absolutely better DK lineup this week. But regardless, we're still going to have fun today. It's the U.S. Open. It's supposed to be tough, even if we're not actually on the course, right? So let's look. This is shaping up to be a fantastic final 2 days of the Open. The way this league goes, there's some big names at the top of the leaderboard. You got Colin Morikawa, you got Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm's up there. Will Zalatoris making a return to the top of the leaderboard here. He's that's a fan favorite over the past couple of years, so that's exciting to see another young buck take another step towards
Mr. Gilmore,
major. No, there we go. So I'm five strokes behind you right now. I'm at
That's
9
okay.
through 3, and you're at 4 through 3. So
Real quick before I go hit this tee shot.
Yes.
Everybody. We might have some friends joining us. We might not. It's Saturday. It's Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you too, sir.
Happy Father's Day to all you out there, even the ones that don't know your fathers.
Really?
So we may or may not have some folks joining us. One way or another, we're going to have a fun afternoon, playing some golf, talking some trash, talking some fantasy, and watching this. This is impressive. I mean, the country club, I don't know if you've been paying attention to it yet. Adam Scott got spanked a couple of days ago. He hit a 3-yard shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit the ball. I mean, kind of one of those plays in football where it was a 2-yard gain,
Yep.
but he ran 178 yards as he went around.
Yep.
That was Adam Scott.
So if you missed it, Scotty Scheffler came out just a few holes ago and holed out. I forget the distance, but he holed out from the fairway for an eagle, which is fantastic. You put him in the lead.
Par 5-10.
There we go. He's going to be set up.
Watch out for
Scotty
Scotty.
Scheffler's on fire, so everyone watch out for Sunday. It looks like he's returned back to form. And now I'm really regretting not playing at DK this week and hanging my hat on Rory. But look, that's what happens. I went the strategy this week where I just want a one and done lineup. I just wanted to play the one lineup head to head against Bud over here. If I had played more lineups like I usually do, I would have played some Scotty for sure. But I decided to just go to one lineup. And I hung my hat on Rory, which was looking good for a bit. And I must say, at the start of Thursday with Russell Henley. Russell Henley came out. He was 2 under through 3. I was feeling pretty good about that, and then he just absolutely went in the opposite direction. So that one killed me for sure. But yeah, look, well, we're gonna walk around. We're gonna meet some people who might be willing to talk to us here because there's some other groups here playing as well. So we want to check in on how the other locals in this area are doing, and kind of what the hype is all about the U.S. Open. This is the first time the U.S. Open has been in Massachusetts since 88, I believe, the last time it was at. I know that's the last time you said it was at the country club. I think that's the last time it was in Massachusetts as well. So this is a big,
I don't know where else it is.
a big moment. No, TPC Boston would be the only other one, but that's not a U.S. Open course. It's not. And that was set up perfectly for the Deutsche Bank, and that was.
It's a TPC course.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a TPC course. So yeah.
We're aficionados.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go hit my shot right now. I'll let this guy babble for a little bit because that's what he's best at.
Well, it's funny you talk about the country club. My brother-in-law stopped by on Friday morning at the ass crack of dawn with a car full of people heading down to the country club, and he started sending me pictures right away. And it looks good. It looks gorgeous. I like that I'm leaning in here. I'm gonna get in the center shot. So we got Andrew, 437 off the tee, pretty flat, pretty straight. Nailed it, piped it. Got on top of it a little bit, but I'm telling you right now, don't ever go play golf with this guy or any sports. He's a hustler. He came out here slow talking his game, and he's doing nothing but just pipes it right down the middle. Speaking of pipes, shout to Piper Golf, shout to in the Clutch, shout out to Fantasy National. As always, muchas gracias to my brothers and sisters at Belly Up Media for just letting us have fun, talk sports, and keep it real, one stroke at a time. Ow! You'll be all right. That'll buff out.
Catch the hill, maybe.
One of the things that I'm learning, Andrew, is that this whole DFS thing, it can be fun. It can be frustrating.
Of course.
It can be lucrative.
So you're telling me it's golf?
He's the guy, you go see a movie, he's like, hey, watch out, this guy dies right now. Yes, that's what I was getting at. I was like, it's a perfect parallel for the game of golf. And I think it's wonderful that the two have finally merged. PointsBet, DK, everybody out there, FanDuel, they're getting in the game. We're getting in the game. So, and if you do get in the game with our friends Piper Golf,
There we go. There's the hat. Speaking of Piper Golf, you have the opportunity to win either this hat or one of the. We got to get that out. Either that hat or one of the other hats on their website. It's your choice. We're doing a giveaway with Piper Golf today for all you listeners and anybody who happens to be here in person with us. All you got to do is sign up for the emailing list. And look, we promise we're not going to flood your email. We're going to send out a weekly newsletter. What's it called? Recap it. Yeah, it's a weekly newsletter. We're gonna recap our picks on the week, kind of anything that went on. We're entering the summer here, so me and Bud planned on getting out and playing together. So we're gonna keep up to date with Bud's qualifier tournaments as well. So that's all you're signing up for. We're not gonna hit you every day with a bunch of spam. Bud is gonna go left here. He might stay out of the water, but it's not going to matter much with that lie. And you know what? I see Bud's eyes. He's looking at that mulligan option at the bottom of the screen.
Never.
And he's like,
Never. Man of integrity.
I'm about to drink Bud's drink there, which, look, we're close. We're getting closer. We're not quite that close yet.
It's also COVID. It's
Be responsible, friend. Yes, be
That
responsible.
was bad.
That was a little rough, man.
Lined up a
You
little
look
left,
like me.
take it
You
on
look like me there.
All right, so get back out there.
Yeah, I'll get back out there.
brother-in-law showed up at 6 a.m. on Friday to pick up a parking pass. They had a ball. It looks like it's great out there. The storylines this week have shifted, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm curious what you think. I'm curious what y'all think. Did this just work out the way it was supposed to? He showed up. He got grilled by the media, and then the fans gave him love on his birthday, and then he went 0-2 barbecue, have a nice weekend. I think that's kind of how it was supposed to happen. Speaking of how it's supposed to happen, Andrew.
All right.
Yeah, but you're a hustler, baby. So Phil on the LIV tour. Stay tuned. I think 1 year from now, he is not on the LIV tour. But that could just be me talking.
Sorry, I am having some bag maintenance over here. I put my irons back in the wrong order. I can't do that.
All right.
Sorry, I'm assuming the people out there listening to us are also golfers. I just had a bag maintenance issue.
That's what I was about to say.
I put my irons back at some point in the wrong order, and as someone with OCD, that just absolutely drives me insane. So I had to fix that real quick. So I apologize for that. But you were telling a story here about your brother-in-law, right?
Right.
Okay.
They showed up 6 a.m. They get the parking pass, kids asleep, wife's asleep, and as they're driving off, I get a text. And I didn't see it until later, but comes knocking on the door. His little brother had to take a dump at like 6 in the morning. That was actually the end of the story. That he had to come running back in. But really, that was a parlay or a way of talking about the country club itself, the way the course has been looking, how it's shorter than normal, or other major courses and setup, and how it's treating these guys because I think. We got guys that are 4, 5, 6 under. I think the winning score is probably going to be around there. I don't see, even if Scotty
Which
goes.
is pretty stereotypical U.S. Open.
Exactly.
It's par for the course, pun intended, for a U.S. Open.
So the USGA will tell you par is kind of their goal, right? Make par the championship. And when you only have 20 out of 156 guys finish under par, whether it's 6, 10, 12, whatever it is, I think they've accomplished it. This week they definitely have. I've enjoyed it because it made me feel better about myself. And let's be honest, that's what we're all here for, is to make sure that I feel good about me. But to see them struggle, it's exactly what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to make them appear the way that we do. You hit a good shot, you get rewarded. You hit a bad shot, go get to work. There are no freebies, no gimmies. And I think that it's great that we just had – that looks like – are they growing corn where I'm hitting this ball?
You're the one who placed the ball though. So you tell me once you get out there.
All right, I'm gonna go hack this out, and then I'm gonna tweet out the.
So here in a second, Bud's gonna. If you look at this Bud's for you at Divots and Pivots. Yeah, they'll all be tagged. So they'll be retweets, but there'll be a Google Doc form. You can go and sign up for the email list. and be entered to win a hat of your choice from Piper Golf. So you can get to their website. It's piper.golf. And fantastic. We'll be taking care of that for you. We'll get that to you. And then if you want to buy anything else, you can always use our discount code DIVPIV when you check out, and that'll get you a fantastic discount on anything else you order. But like I said, the hat will be a giveaway.
Can I? And by the way, anything from Piper's great. Can I real quick brag on Piper Golf?
Yeah.
When they send you their stuff, and they're not the only ones doing it. I get it, but it does speak to the brand and the kind of folks you're working with. You get a letter from the CEO. You get a letter from the guy saying, "Please, by all means, talk to me. Let me know how my balls are doing. Let me know, how they feel, how you want them to change." And that's one of the things that I can't wait to talk to them. Just to say, like, I love them. And I got 2 pieces of feedback. I'll wait for you to talk to them.
Yeah.
But I love them. I think they're great. And in this day and age, it's important to find something that fits you, and not instead of just having something that
Yeah.
It's like, those guys get paid to do it. Maybe there's a reason they're playing Pro V1s and paying $50 for.
Well, that's the exact example I was going to say is that we can all, any one of us can go out there and get a box of Pro V1s,
and lose half of them.
And we'll lose half of them because you know what, they're just not suited necessarily to your average golfer. Your average golfer isn't going to be taking full advantage of what a Pro V1 can do between the spin that you can put on it, the distance control. Because all of us amateur golfers, we don't know how to control anything about our golf swing. That's why we're amateurs, and that's why we're out there just having fun. What is nice about Piper Golf that I think you're trying to get at here is that they
experience.
They simplify the process for you to where we're talking about having golf balls that are catered towards our handicap. So, like I said, the blues are for anyone I believe it's +5, +15 handicap. The golds are, I want to say, like
the golds
2
are
to 8 or something like that.
Like 0 to 7.
Or 0 to 7, yeah. So all you have to do is go on piper.golf. You go in there, you take their quiz, you enter some information, and they tell you exactly what they think the ball that would be good for your type of game would be. So they simplify the process, and it's great. And they're good golf balls. And, I got one right here in front of me. They got the fantastic line already built in, so you can go ahead and line up your putts if you want as well. Line up that line when you're teeing it up. You can line up your tee shot. Believe it or not, that also helps when you're teeing it up. Just any visual kind of cheat codes you can use to help your swing.
I like that you said cheat code.
Yeah, it's key to the game of golf.
Truth gun to your head. What's the cheat code to contract?
What? I don't know. I don't remember any of the cheat codes from back in the day.
Okay.
I don't remember any of the cheat codes.
I keep forgetting that while young at heart, I'm pushing 40 and you are still a young one.
And I'm about to turn 33, so we're not that far.
You won't get this much sympathy from anybody.
I know. I know.
I'm
not looking for sympathy.
But that is, I wish that should have been the giveaway. That should have been like the first one to comment. Yeah. The proper one gets, but we'll do that next year.
I just know my favorite cheat code of all time when it came to video games was, I believe it was NASCAR 2000. I don't remember the cheat code, but you can put in a cheat code to unlock paintballs. And you can shoot paintballs from your car, and the second one of them hit another car, it automatically made them spin out. It was a fantastic time. Because if you were like me when you played the NASCAR game, you just drove in reverse and shot with paintballs. This is the days before online gaming was. We're not playing online. You're just really messing around with computer players, but it caused some fantastic crashes, which is the reason people watch NASCAR, right?
Up, down, left, right, be a star. Have you ever heard that before? Up, down, left, right.
No. I know the premise of it. I just don't remember the specific order of, but I know the D-pad and the numbers. I know what cheat code, man.
No, I know you know what they are. I'm blown away that there's this like divisional generational line out there, and I'm on one side, you're on the other. Okay with it.
Well, because nowadays cheat codes don't exist. It's all just download a mod, and you can get everything you want. Modifier.
What's the matter with you? All right.
And that's how we know you're pushing 40.
That is how you know I'm pushing 40. I was going to say that's how you know it's Father's Day because bad jokes are flying, but we had to reestablish the fact that I'm pushing 40. By the way, we're going to do something special for that week, that episode. All right, so checking in. We're going to check in here in a second with our DK scores head to head. I want to know what's going on right now. I'm basically betting on Brooks. I've always said that. Never quit on him in a major, although Scotty Scheffler, I think, is going to make me give up on him. So good. So good.
There are some parts of the simulator that I'm just not going to get.
No, it's fine. It takes time. So, anyways, I'm always betting on Brooks. I think he performs in the majors. That's what I'm looking at. Justin Rose, Justin Thomas. I've got these guys on my bench, and I think they're going to carry me through, like you said earlier this week. What I need them to do is carry me in my other league. Are you going to get it? 9-footers, right on the dot. That's it. Count it 8, dude. Actually, I think that actually is an 8.
It's a bogey, I believe. Is either bogey or a double.
So, anyways, I left our audience, letting them know that you need to look up your DK lineup because I'm gonna put up my DK lineup. We're gonna check in with them.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we
check
gotta
in
see
with the
who's winning
clubhouse
the
in
bet.
Middleton here in a minute.
Yes, we will.
We're gonna check it out and check it out. Force enough said check it out. In 5 minutes.
You're crushing it, my man.
I'm nervous about this putt.
You know, so he's nervous about this putt. So let's treat this as if we're at the U.S. Open. So Bud Copeland steps up. He's reading the putt right now, and this is for par. 16 feet for par. Looks pretty straight, pretty level, so it should be an easy putt. We'll see what he does here, because he is known for choking with 41 putts. So we'll see what he does here. And as he does that, I am going to look up see where I am at with my DK lineup right now, because I am curious who is winning out of me and Bud right now, because let's be honest, that's what you all tuned in for. This is looking good. This might, when it turns at the last second. What kind of chip shot is that? That is unlucky right there. So we'll have to see. So do you remember, what was your score, Bud? What was your score?
Not a bogey.
No, I mean,
DK.
on DK. What was your DK score right now?
Los Cientos in here.
Oh, Berger. Daniel Berger was my other miscut.
I got you by 4 right now. It's 191.50 to 187.50. Folks,
All right,
we have a ball game.
Here.
McElroy, Koepka, and Rose.
Wait, they're not giving me the gimme.
No, you're at 9 feet. You have to be under 9 feet.
Look at that.
Right. I know.
So you know what's going to happen here? I'm going to blast it right past the hole.
No, you're not. You got so it's 9 feet to the hole, 2 inches downhill. So play it like it's about 8.5 feet.
How close can I move
Well, no, just basically try to putt it so that it almost doesn't touch the screen. That's what you're looking for.
I did that before. It didn't register.
Well, do it again. Make sure the light's green at the top. That's the other thing. No, on the screen. This is great. This is great television and radio. Just basically, you're good. Oh yeah. I mean, you still hit it with, touch of a blacksmith, but that's all I'm saying. God, where did I leave off? So I've got Andrew by 4 points right now, Rory McIlroy, Brooks Koepka, and Justin Thomas. So it's JT and Rory head-to-head, basically, you and me.
Because that's the only difference we have.
I know. And by the way, the Justin Rose, now there's going to be some people out there who are saying, like, now Boudreaux. Rosie was not on my list of players when we talked on Tuesday.
He was on mine.
He was on yours.
He was on mine, yeah.
I was down there floating around because Sungjae Im was the guy who I was looking at.
Yes.
My math was off, and I was $100 over. Sungjae was the one that was pushing me around, and I wanted Finau, although he crapped the bet this
He
week.
made the mistake of listening to me because Rose made the cut, but he is 5 over.
Yeah, but I didn't listen to you. I forgot you had Rose. So when I saw you tweet your lineup out, and I was like, shit, he's going to think I was copying him. I didn't copy you, but I fell ass backwards into it. But we've got a head-to-head on McElroy and Thomas. We have another head-to-head going this week. And I can't remember.
It was so I had Henley, but I do also forget who you had.
We're
going to have to go back and check the tape.
I want to say it was Kiz, but
was it Kiz?
I don't
think it was Kiz.
It wasn't.
I honestly think it's someone you didn't end up playing.
I didn't end up playing him. I remember saying it, so I was like, I'm not going to play him, but I know he's going to beat Russell Henley. I'm going to go back and check the tape.
Yeah, we got to check the tape. We'll get back to
we got a par five.
Tune in on Tuesday's show because we'll be able to. Wednesday's show. Tune in on a Wednesday's show. We'll be able to tell you a recap.
When I order my next beer, I'll holler at him.
Oh yeah, we'll get him over here. Yeah, that'll be good. So once again, thank you guys for joining us here. This is a treat for us. This is going to be first of many live events that we're going to try to put together. Hopefully, all coming from this fantastic location, the Clubhouse of Middleton. So once again, if you are in the Massachusetts area, if you're even in New Hampshire or Connecticut, that might be a little too far away. But if you are, within reasonable driving distance that you're willing to do, this is a fantastic location with all the simulators, all the cornhole. It's just great. They got food coming from a restaurant right next door. So it's a very convenient place. And we are going to have the manager come on and chit-chat with us here in just a little bit. And hook this place up for you guys because what we want to do here is I don't think we're going to set this live on air yet, but what we want to do here is
Connect people.
We want to connect people. Well, but we do. We want to connect people. So what we want is we want to become a regional show here for the New England area. We want to make sure we're touching on some local favorite courses. We want to really pay homage to the New England golf scene. So I believe it's underrated. Some fantastic courses in this area that I believe go unheard of because, look, we do really only get to play golf here realistically about 6 months out of the year. That's the difference. So obviously your Californias, your Hawaii's, your Floridas, they're going to get all the attention because they have golf year round. That's where people go to travel to play golf. But there's a lot of fantastic courses here. We want to hit some of them. We want to talk about some of them for you. So we want to become the New England Golf Show here. And that's something.
Let me ask you a question. Where were you born?
I was born in Lowell, Massachusetts. Grew up in Lowell, Massachusetts until the age of 18 when I went out to college in West Virginia. And then I've been moving around ever since. Now I'm in Hudson, New Hampshire.
So I was born in Fairfax, Virginia. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, Greenville, South Carolina, Tallahassee, Florida. Last 15 years I've been in New England. And what I call myself born again New England, and there's a reason for that.
Makes sense.
You start discovering the little things. Golf is one of those things that I've discovered. I played around in golf today. I didn't touch anything over a 4-iron, still shot 3-iron. It's a different style of golf. As the game's evolved, it's gotten longer, and the bombing gouge is what it's about. But New England golf is like that, so we want to continue to highlight this place as a goat spot to be.
Yes.
And quite frankly, the game of golf in America is kind of born in the Northeast between what happened down in the New York area, what happened in the country club. Chicago obviously has their claims, but I agree with what you're saying. And the only addendum I was going to say is to represent the New England golf scene.
Yes.
On a national level, because by all means, the PGA West wants us to come out and play, review their course, we'll do it. But at the same time, we're going to do it and say, wow, this is different from the by X, Y, or Z, because that's where we are. Great golf. Keegan Bradley, he's one of our New England locals that we have. It's not a love hate. There's no hate.
No,
I've got trust issues right now with Keegan because.
Well, I think that's the track record of his career, at least from a fantasy and the DFS standpoint.
Okay, good. Because, like we've talked about, you get to a TPC, you're on the 18th hole, and you poop the bed. But this is where the premise of Divots is showing. You went straight to DFS. You went straight to oh yeah, I know. He shows up. I'm like straight up golf nerd. Like, well, he didn't win. Or he finished top 10.
He didn't win, but you can always catch the courses that he's good at. You can always catch him at a value of under 8K. And that's what
all right, you go hit your tee shot, and I'm going to regale everybody about it.
Okay.
I'm going to tell them about.
And then after that, we do have one of our first guests is now in the backstage. We're going to be bringing in after I hit this tee shot and after Joe. Andrew. I don't know why I just called you Joe. After Bud's little story time here, we're going to bring Bo McBriar on. We're going to catch up with Bo. I remember him from early on in our season. We're going to see how his so let me take this shot.
You take that shot. We're going to bring in Bo. Bo, we can't wait to see you. Good to see you again. I'm going to tell everybody about Mr. Weenie's Hole. Mr. Weenie's Hole is a real place, and it's not dirty. Can I please do another?
The water down?
Yes, sir. Please.
You got it.
Fantastic service here. But anyways, I left everybody hanging on Mr. Weenie's Hole. I played a local community today, municipal course, and it's in Salem, Massachusetts, old Salem Greens. Never played it before. 9-hole track. It was a WPA project in the 30s. And we're going from holes 5 to 6, and I was just complaining about how at my house I have nowhere to practice putting but my basement. I can't go in my backyard, and one of the guys I was playing with says you should try Mr. Weenie's Hole. It stopped me dead in my tracks. I have never heard anybody say that sentence in my entire life. And I said, you have to explain what you're saying or I need to leave. And he laughed. He said, I did that on purpose. The guy was in his 50s, and what he explained to me was there was a gentleman who used to set up a grill between the 5th green and the 6th tee back in the 70s and 80s. Today, he would probably just call himself the hot dog guy. But I guess he used to call himself Mr. Weenie. Everybody would stop and grab a hot dog, and behind him was a practice hole, and it's still there today. It's a gigantic putting green. So Mr. Weenie's Hole. Mr. Weenie's Hole is the practice green at Old Salem Greens. It's not even a public thing. I found out of it today, but I can't wait to go back to Mr. Weenie's Hole and get some work in. And I'm sure Bo loves that the lead-in to Bo McBriar joining the show again was Bud talking about Mr. Weenie's Hole. I'm going to go hit my shot. Why don't you bring Bo in?
I'm going to hit the head. Get this going. So welcome in Bo. thanks for joining us here at our first ever live event. You know, we're trying to run with this here. I'm gonna make sure I can hear him. I'm gonna turn this volume up. But Bo, how are you doing today on this beautiful Saturday of the U.S. Open?
Pretty good. I got the weekend off, so we're sitting pretty at home watching the feed and watching my only 6 out of 6 lineup completely fall apart. So it's great.
Well, it's been that kind of week at the U.S. Open. You know, I think some people are surprised that we're not surprised that the U.S. Open event is playing tough, but I do think there was some underestimation of how tough the country club specifically was going to play for a U.S. Open, and I think that's biting a lot of people. I know, I don't think you're wrong when we were talking earlier, but I only played I did a one and done lineup this week, just my head to head against Bud. We both went 3 of 6. It wasn't pretty. I had some big misses in Russell Henley, who was my wild card. I went with. I came out hot at 2-1 through 3, but then after that fell apart. And then Berger and Pereira were my big misses. So that's kind of where I'm at, and Bud's in a similar situation. So between me and Bud here, we got basically coming down to a JT and it was Rory, right?
JT Rory head to head.
Yeah, it ain't pretty, Bo.
It doesn't sound pretty at all. And really, what people are forgetting is that this is actually a great week for cashing in DFS if you did go with a lot of lineups, because only I think 5% of the lineups in these tournaments were 6 out of 6. So just by making a 6 out of 6 lineup, which I have one of, you're in the money and you're going to climb all weekend long. And I'm seeing my guys climb just not as quickly as I wanted, because my 6 out of 6 lineup had Joaquin Niemann, who shot 76 today. I had Davis Riley, who's 3 over through 13 today. I had Justin Rose, who shot a 74 today. And then, of course, Rory McIlroy, who's 3 over through 9 today. So my 6 out of 6 lineup is moving the wrong direction. And, of course, my couple Scotty Scheffler lineups were part of 4 out of 6 lineups or 5 out of 6 lineups. And I'm going to hope to min cash. But if you have 6 out of 6 lineups, you're making money guaranteed, because you're like, that's all the leverage that you were clawing to get with the top 60 in ties cut out of 155 players. Don't feel bad that you missed on Henley and Mito. I can blame you for Berger because that's a terrible play. Sorry. But Mito and Henley, the process was there. I was on both those guys as well. So you can't fault for missing the cut on certain guys, because a lot of chalk went up in flames yesterday.
Yes. Well, that's what we kind of expected out of the U.S. Open. I will say I am usually not a Berger player. I actually typically fade Berger. What happened this week, though, is so you mentioned the process. The model that I put together week in and week out shot out Mito, it shot out Henley. Both were top 15 plays for me. It also shot out somehow Berger as my number 1 ranked guy. I don't know how, so I had to go for it, but I usually fade Berger. The only reason I played it was because he was the top guy. Like, well, if I'm going to trust my process, I have to trust my process. But I should have known deep down in my head, I was like, playing Berger is a mistake. And
well, that's the thing
is Berger going to be one of the guys that now jumps out to LIV after this week? Is he one of those guys?
No, he's not that kind of guy. I think he's a PGA Tour lifer. But the problem is, in a major, he doesn't have the chops. And he doesn't have that game. Like, we're seeing some very high-quality golf today from the top of that leaderboard, and the rest is just kind of crap. But what we're looking at here is with Berger, he can't pop up in your model if you just put a big red X on his name.
If you don't select him in your favorites, he doesn't factor in.
So this is how it works. It's that easy.
So what you're saying is, going forward in my model, before I even run the numbers, I'm just going to zero him out for everything. So he comes in last.
Cross your heart, hope to die. Yeah. You tip your cap to the guy if he ends up playing well, but I'm not playing him. He's on my no-fly list.
I wish I followed my heart, man.
Bo, when you joined us in the first rounds, way early in the show, I was still nascent to the game. I was still on tiers. I'm just now in Classic. We're still doing some head-to-head stuff. I'm trying to cut my chops. I'm scared to tell you who my other guys were who missed the cut.
Your process made sense. Don't be scared. You
All
can
right.
say
Well, I
your
mean,
process
I did
made
have
sense.
Tony Finau, which I think a lot of people had.
Sung
Tony
J M, Tony Finau, those guys all
Sung
popped
J M
up.
was somebody
Sung
we're looking
J
at,
Sung
yep.
J M and Kevin Kisner. Kisner was a budget play on a gut Georgia Bulldog thing. It was one of those trying to plug a hole at the end. I pushed him hard because I wanted to believe in it, but let's be honest, he's budget. So I'm happy that you didn't shake your head too much at Sung J M and Tony Finau.
No. The only problem with him was you knew he was going to be chalked because the price was $1,500 below where it should have been. That's the problem. Is you like the guy? He matches up with the course well on paper. He's a great player. He's 23 years old. Has all the same game skill that Colin Morikawa has, and look how well he's doing. And that you take your lumps because only a third of this field made the cut. And M didn't play poorly. He missed the cut by one shot. And so did Finau. So it's not the end of the world. But if you had a bunch of exposure, like let's say M was 25% roster, and you were over your skis more exposed than that, then you're running into trouble. If you were at 15 to 20% of your lineups with Sung J M, you're still sitting pretty because 80% of your lineups are still alive. That's kind of what you got to do is risk tolerance with your favorite plays. That's where I put the chalk in my equation. Is not like, oh, I'm not going to play him at all because he's going to be super popular. I'm just going to try to be a little bit more conservative with chalk players. I want a piece of them because they match up with what I want to do, but I don't want to get over my skis on a chalky guy like Scotty Scheffler. I have 2 or 3 lineups with Scotty Scheffler. I didn't want to get over my skis on Scheffler, even though he's a great player. He's the number 1 player in the world. And I waited scrambling more than anything in my model. So, of course, Scotty Scheffler, the best scrambler in the world, is going to pop up on the top of that. And then I looked at 22% expected rostership, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna have some Scotty because he's the best player in the world, but I'm not going to be that high.
So I guess, Bo, what you're hammering on is, especially what you just light bulbed for me. Yeah, dropping the hammer with Bo. That's going to be a new podcast, dropping the hammer with Bo McGuire. No, but what you just kind of highlighted for me was my next evolution in my DFS game, which is I just came off, the training wheels just came off, went into Classic. I'm really playing like a lineup a week against this guy, but I've got the bug, right? Like once one of your lineups hits, or I had some good picks in the RBC in my other league, and so now I'm like, I want to get in this. So what I'm hearing from you saying is now I have to start exploring that next evolution in DFS, which is if you really expect to actually do stuff, you got to be playing multiple lineups, and you got to start spreading out your wealth.
Not necessarily. Like, there's a lot of really good DFS
so that's
players
what I was about to
that
ask
just
is
do
how do you
single
balance
entry.
chalk with that? Sorry, go ahead.
So for me, I'm a 20 entry guy, and so I do manage chalk somewhat. If I was a 150 max guy, I worry a lot about chalk because I want to diversify. At 20 max, I'm kind of in between. A lot of very, very talented DFS players are single entry players, and they don't care one lick about chalk. The single entry, your idea is I'm going to build the best 6-man lineup that I could possibly do it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I only risked one lineup. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But as you get into more and more entries, like I find the happy medium to be where my comfort zone is. But if you're a single entry player, you shouldn't even think about chalk. You should just say, hey, these are the guys that I can fit under the salary cap that I like for this tournament.
So if you're going to be a sniper, be a sniper. If you're going to go out there with an Uzi, go out there and spread.
Be yourself, yeah. Be yourself.
Speaking of being myself, I got 280 to the pin, and I'm going to rip a 3-wood and just try to see what happens. Actually, I'm going to put it.
Driver off the deck, baby. Driver off the deck.
Did you just see my?
You want to see it? I'll do a driver off the deck.
Did you just see my shot with the hybrid? I actually caught it crisp, and I put it right in the water. So I wasn't planning on catching it crisp because I had.
That's the caddy's fault for not giving you the right number. To be honest.
I will say especially with the 4 major tournaments, I actually tend to care a little less about chalk because for one, I'm the same kind of player as you, where I'm typically playing. Oh, that might make
That's wet.
Make it over. It's gonna come up just short, just short. But when I do play multiple lineups, it's usually a 20 max tournament for me as well. Sometimes I dabble in those 3 entry max tournaments because there's actually sometimes some really good value in those. but specifically for majors and coming into this week, I tend to put less emphasis on chalk because I know there's going to be so many casual players that are throwing out random lineups without research. And they're going to be reading, they're just going to be reading articles and pumping out whatever 10 different people say.
They're going to be reading our stuff.
Well, yeah, we're going to be one of the people that read it for sure. But you got to kind of factor in your competition. You got to factor in where they're getting their information. If you want to play smart, like you said, if you want to make money, just even week in and week out, a small amount of money, you got to factor in all that stuff. And on a major weekend, I tend to worry a little bit less about chalk. Because all it takes is for one to blow up, and it doesn't matter. We're all in the same boat. You got to find the one or two.
Can't outsmart yourself on a major.
You can't.
You got to trust it. By the way, how did Will Zalatoris end up in the lead? I go up to hit a driver off the deck, which both
the U.S. Open.
When I was a child, a driver off the deck was in my back pocket, confident. I just nailed that 260 on the fly. I almost scared me. I like your confidence. Driver off the deck, and I'm the.
Well, I mean, I think you just needed to work that cut a little more aggressively so you could stay dry on that and roll it up to the green. But you just took it to your line was just too aggressive. That was a great solid strike. But yeah, Zalatoris ball striking on that guy. He's a mad ball striker.
And when he missed, nice, staying alive. When he missed earlier this year on that, he had the putt to win his first tournament, and then he misread it. He flat out misread it, and you saw him doing that. That's the difference between guys like him and guys like me. I'll go out and shoot even par once in a blue moon. I might shoot a couple under here and there. I'm an okay golfer. But it is fun to talk to my buddies who get wowed by a decent shot. I love that you reacted the way you did. That's when laughing, you're like, you weren't impressed at all. I took the wrong line. If I lined that up about 10 yards right, that rolls out, and I'm sitting 20 yards off the green with a chipped eagle. I'm hitting blind into a simulator. That's why you're not looking at anything. But
somebody like you that's a scratch golfer is you already depend on assuming you're going to make solid contact, and you made solid contact. You just didn't hit a good golf shot. There's a lot more to a good golf shot than a solid contact. And the people that duff around and shoot 90 or 100, they're just hoping to hit a solid shot. That's the huge difference.
So my mother, and I love that you came on to talk about DFS. I'm going to give you a 90-second story about my mom. Passed away last year. God love her. Was a wonderful golfer. She didn't pick it up until later in life when I picked it up. And her whole mantra was forward. Like, she started beating me pretty quick in the game because she was all at 5'2", couldn't hit it more than $150 off the tee, but she never lost her ball. And that's when my game as a young man, because I was 13, 14, 15 years old, knowing the game, breaking 80, but every once in a while, I'd shoot 85, 90, 95 against my mom because I would get frustrated. And I'd start losing it up here. And she doesn't give a rat's rear, so she's going to put it out there.
I bet you she could roll the rock, too.
I still have her putter, and that's the only mallet I own is a Ping Scottsdale True Roll mallet because it was so heavy, and she would just drop it like a little quick pendulum. All right, I'm going to go hit this shot.
First of all, shout out to Kerwin Chan in the comments reminding us to wash our hands as we disappear to the bathroom. So, yes, we are taking care of ourselves from a hygiene standpoint. So thank you, Kerwin Chan, for stepping on the YouTube comments.
Your fans are dedicated. I like that.
Yeah, they care about us, and that's what I like. But just a reminder, we are live right now on Twitter, on YouTube, on TV Live, bellyup.tv. So make sure to check us out. But as Bud goes in here and hits his last shot, I do want to give you a chance here, Bo, because we're gonna we don't want to take up too much of your time. We do have another guest coming in, so remind us all, where we can find you here for all your great golf content. Because look, you're one of the players that all DFS players that always pops up for me as far as your content goes and your results. So. Just remind all of our viewers where they can find you, where they can find your content, and have the floor here for a little bit as Bo flirts with the water once up, Bo. As Bud flirts with the water again, and this is where I make my comeback, people.
Bud's gonna need scuba gear. No, I really appreciate you guys having me on right here. Bo_McBigTime is my Twitter handle. I write PGA DFS articles every week for TeamRiserFall.com. Make sure you subscribe to that. Use the promo code BO to get your discount and a $20 voucher to Fantasy Cruncher, which is I mean, the gold standard in building out my player pool and then generating lineups in mass. Like, I can create 20 lineups on that sucker with my 30-man pool in less than 30 seconds. So you get a discount on that just using the promo code BO to sign up for Team Rise or Fall, and it gets you a voucher, $20 off every month on Fantasy Cruncher. So make sure you go and do that. My content on Team Rise or Fall is free content, so you can win and lose with me, and it won't cost you an extra dime. But this week we're being successful, and last week we were extremely successful. I think I had 8 of the top 10 in my pool last week, and including the champion Rory McIlroy with that masterful final round 62. He's kind of bumming it around today, but hopefully we can get another Sunday charge from him so I can make some more money, because that's what this is all about. Don't be striving for min cash, guys. Bud, this is the main thing. Whether you're single entry, 20 max, 40 max, 150 max, never, ever shoot for min cash. You are trying to win the damn thing every time, whether it's a single man, head-to-head, tournament, giant GPP, it doesn't matter. Your main goal is to be the best.
Great advice, Bo. As always.
So good to see you, brother.
Yes, as always. And thanks again for coming on and joining us to catch up. We'll have you on another time. And before we bring in our next guest, Chad Eckert, if you remember him, we are going to hit a quick commercial break. We will be back shortly, though. So stick around with us. We'll catch you in just a little bit here. And once again, Bo, thank you for joining us. And make sure to check out all of his content as I quickly stumble to I lost the freaking promo. It's in front of me. Here we go. Bo, we'll see you again next time.
Thanks, brother.
Hey everyone, it's Commissioner Cooper from TSS Fantasy. Want to give your own fantasy league that extra professional touch? Say less, we got you. TSS was based off a show that we did on our own fantasy league. Night, sorry, and now possible play hole. You're on your way. Now we want to bring that professional, fun, and creative side to your fantasy league. And you can do it for as low as $5 extra per owner.
Oh my.
I will guarantee it will increase your interactions within the league, create more fun, friendly banter, and give your league that extra real-life feel that you didn't know it needed. We look forward to interacting with you and your league soon. Don't forget TSSFantasy.com. Go visit it today. Get signed up. We are the Fantasy Show of the People.
Down with the promo music.
There we go.
Here we chat. Be real.
Adina. You had it back. I got a refill.
What's up, my friend? It's been a long time. I've missed you boys. Cheers.
Anybody who's watching right now, if you were watching the last time we had Chad on, it went to straight anarchy, and we just look. I don't think golf gets any more loose as the last time we had Chad on here. It was just a fun time. It was a great show.
I mean, there's a reason that it doesn't get realer than when you get real cheap. That's it.
That's right, because I'm a realtor for Edina Realty. That's where my initials are CHE. I do a fantasy golf podcast each Thursday now. It's not even about fantasy touting. It's about talking golf guys. I'm also doing an ownership show. I'm doing some first look stuff on my fantasy page. Oh, we got a guy going up there to swing. Okay, you got this.
We've got so I'll fill you in real quick.
Yeah,
at the clubhouse in Middleton, Massachusetts. They've got 10 simulators. They've got a full bar to my left. They've got darts behind us. They've got shuffleboard, and we're at Whistling Straits with the Ryder Cup course. Andrew is currently 10 over through 4. I think I'm 4 over through 4. But we're having a good time. We're tracking our bets. Basically, our fantasy this week has boiled down to this. What are you drinking? It looks delicious. It looks like a Killian's Red, but not.
It's called a Surly Furious It's a local Minnesota beer.
Oh, I'm drinking a local Massachusetts beer, and I can't remember what the name of it is because now.
Yeah, this thing gets me drunk. So then after I have one of these, I can switch to my Coors Lights. So that's kind of the game plan here.
I have a Wormtown IPA, so then I can go down to a seltzer.
Yeah, because they get you a little drunk.
So, Patrick Reed.
My guy, APPR. He's up there. I got a new background since the last time.
My guy, you still have the shrine is grown.
I was waiting for the Patrick Reed.
You guys,
Oh, bring him back.
it's not just Patrick. It's Justine, you guys. Justine signed this. And no, I did not force this. It's got. Oh, where's my official? It has an official thing in here. I bought it off of eBay. I'm sure it's forged, but it's funny because look at how shitty her autograph is. It looks like a kid did it.
So it does look like a kid wrote it. I love it. But as the official leader of the Patrick Reed fan club,
Correct. Okay, I am founder of APPR. I'm a board of director on the APPR, which would always play Patrick Reed. We play Patrick Reed because everyone hates him and because he's a grinder. So he'll always try to make the cut. I don't know where he is today. Is he grinding away?
Oh, you mean I believe?
Ooh, he was +5 today. I guess I didn't.
Oh, so he did make the cut. I thought he missed the cut actually. But,
No, he's there. Oh, Rory just made a birdie, and he's at -2 now.
It's about time he made a birdie.
Scheffler, the wheels are falling off if you're watching at home.
Yeah, we got it on behind us here, and it is Will Zalatoris is making the push and taking advantage of Scheffler's little fall off here. But so how do you feel though, as such a big Patrick Reed play him all the time? How do you feel with him going to LIV? Like, where do you stand on all that?
I like his take.
Well, he and Bryson will be the kings of the Live Tour, and they'll battle it out. If it's a grinder course, Reed will win. If it's a bomber course, Bryson will take it. I don't even know if I should have an opinion because I think it shouldn't. I just need to move on, maybe, and let them do their thing. And before we know it, they'll be back on the tour, or something will change, or.
So that's kind of the stance I'm taking with it, because the way I look at it is, in our position, we are, for all intents and purposes, sports reporters in the world of golf. Mm-hmm. So no matter whether our personal views or beliefs in the PGA or the LIV or the funding or whatever, we should be reporting on it. We should be talking about it because it matters in the sport of golf.
Oh yeah, I talked about it on my pod with my friends, and basically we decided that who are we to judge someone? We're not in their position, and there's a bunch of companies that are out in the world that don't do the right thing ultimately. And
that was our exact point. Do you buy Nikes? Do you buy Apple products? I mean, you can trace any major company to
the law of transference is a dangerous thing. Mike Wan said it the best, though, the new executive director of the USGA, formerly of the LPGA Tour. He's the guy who kind of got the LPGA to where it is now, to where it's starting to get those next jumps. And he said this week, he was like, listen, in this instance, for this year, they took a look at it and said, the same people put on tournaments earlier this year through the DP World Tour. The same people. He's like, so who are we? And then he also – so I genuinely think that the U.S. Open, the RNA, Augusta National, they're all going to look at each other and say, we're just going to keep running our tournaments, and you guys can have at it. And when the applications come from Live to have some entrance, which will happen, Greg Norman's going to send a letter to say, hey, Augusta National, how about maybe an invite for the top finishing team, those 4 guys, like. That's gonna come, and my gut thinks that what they're gonna say is not my pig, not my farm. So they're not gonna come out and do any judgment. They're just gonna say, listen, new tours pop up all the time, new exhibitions pop up all the time, and we're not gonna change everything at every. If 20 years from now the Live Tour is still a thing, sure, maybe we'll throw you some bones, but you can't ignore it.
No, it's not, it's definitely a threat. I think we're going to hear more names apparently coming up here on Monday, transferring over.
Did you see that as well?
I saw the report.
The quote-unquote wave that said they just wanted to avoid the bleep storm. which I believe that's what I would do too if I was not jumping ship. Here's a fun fact though. Back in the '60s, the PGA Tour was born out of the same way.
Oh, really?
Players got dissatisfied with how the PGA tournaments were being run. There wasn't enough money, not enough exposure. The fields were a little weak. So in 1968, a bunch of them broke off, formed the APG. It was like the American Professional Golfers or whatever. And for about 4 or 5 months in the off season, they collected sponsors. They got tournaments going, and them and the PGA at the time, they came to an agreement. And in December of 1968, they announced that this rogue group of players and the PGA came to an agreement. A new tournament committee was formed. And guess what that tournament committee turned into being? The PGA Tour. So we are looking through an identical kind of, setup of circumstances. The extra variable, as we pointed out at the top, was the funding of source or money. But at the end of the day, I just want to see people who are better than me hit golf shots that I can't hit, and hopefully I can make some money watching them doing that. Speaking of
exactly.
Back to back, Jack. So who are you in love with this week, Chad? Who did you kind of plant your flag in and say?
Oh, so I'm on Twitter and I do a little weekly tweet about a house bet.
I saw it. I wanted to kind of let you tell us about your house.
I'm running out of houses apparently.
They call that a team.
I'm having issues betting on a guy this year. The truth is I'm not doing as much touting, and I've kind of taken my eye off the ball. I'm a realtor in real life and reality, and I also moved, and I had a child in October. Like I've got a lot going on in my old mind and brain. So maybe I'm not as good at handicapping, which that's fine. I don't even know if that's really the truth or why I can't guess correctly anymore. But I'm thinking I'm due to have a win. But I put it on Patrick Cantlay this week, and he can't win. So I'm kind of annoyed.
Because of Poa.
He just freaked out because he agrees with you. Yet in our one and done lineup against each other, he didn't play him.
He was in the short list.
Well, and then I picked Xander too because I thought Xander is, I just wanted one of the best players in the world that hasn't won a major, kind of just to knock the box off. And I thought Cantlay and Xander have that, so I went with those two. But it looks like Zalatoris is going to be the one that potentially knocks the box off, and he's going to do it with a major, and he's just going to get his first win on tour.
You know what? Good for Zalatoris. He's a guy that's very likable. Like, good for him. I know where I planted my flag this week. It didn't work out great. I planted my flag on some value in Russell Henley, and in sorry, I'm now also blanking once again. Mito Pereira.
Oh yeah.
Keegan Bradley just got to 2 under. Shouts to the New England.
All right, Keegan, here we go.
Love Keegan.
But yeah, so Mito and Henley were. Yeah, we did. Neither one of us played Keegan.
I don't have any faith.
But Mito and Henley were my two kind of plays that I liked as a value as far as ownership went. As we talked with Bo before, I made the mistake of playing Daniel Berger, even against my better judgment.
Yeah. I like that smile that he gave you.
You're muted. I lost you. They're playing golf. They're at a bar. There's a lot going on. It looks like.
You know what? Bud sat down and bumped the mic, and apparently.
Bud, you dummy. Damn you.
I got excited about Keegan Bradley getting to 2 under, and I was like, oh my God.
I do like this Keegan.
It's not that I like him. It's that I'm born again New England, and he's a New England guy.
Yeah, so let's have it. I love that hometown narrative shit. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I do narratives.
So, in golf, it matters.
Well, speaking of, here's another fun fact for you. Every time he goes to hit, you're going to get story time with Bud. But no, obviously you know about Francis Ouimet. You know about their greatest game ever played, yada, yada, yada. Michael Thorne Bjornsson is an amateur in the field this week, who also is the defending Mass Amateur winner. 1 stroke back in his medalist, blah, 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 blah. Didn't work out. It doesn't work out, Chad. Turns out you have to be really good at golf to win this tournament.
I suppose that's true. Look at this. This guy's not very good at golf. What's going on with Andrew?
He's not.
What's his handicap?
I'd say hitting the ball.
That's it takes a lot of skill to do that even.
No,
he doesn't have 20. Someone had a hole in one. What's going on over there?
My handicap's like 14.
There's a cheer.
Oh, 2 holes down they did.
Someone-
9 foot gimmies around here.
Oh, weird.
So you planted your flag.
No, yeah,
I did too, though. Mentally, I just didn't pull the
It's what you got
trigger.
to do. It's fun to have an opinion.
You have
Take
to.
a name.
Well, and what it was for me, and I mentioned when I was walking off, was POA. As soon as I didn't know the country club greens were POA. I think that's a West Coast. I've got a West Coast bias with POA because naturally that's where it mostly is. That's when we talk about it. That's the storyline. People like to do it. And when I saw that, I thought to myself, when Patrick Cantlay's putting, it's kind of like the inverse of who was it recently? Victor Hovland, where I'm like, when he's such a ball striker that when he's putting, if it clicks, you can't, because you can't believe the stats when they're. Sorry, I was looking at this.
No, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
We have 9 foot gimmies, and he hit that to 8.5 feet. So it's good. You lucky son of a biscuit.
You little man.
Look,
Actually, Chad, I need to get your take real quick because I heard you give him his, or whatever you're saying. My burns this week, not burns, people that I got burnt on, my missed cuts were Tony Finau, which I accept that. I think it was a good call anyways.
Yeah.
You can't, he played hot last week.
The price was right, too.
And then Homeboy just taking the lead on me.
might need to refresh that.
Mito Pereira, which we've already heard me endorse that. Here was my value play. Here's where I tried to get smarter than I am and smarter than the game. I threw Kevin Kisner in there. So here's why.
Oh, you thought the smile he gave me was good. That's a better smile, right?
So here's why. I was doing some math early on, and I couldn't get the lineup I wanted, so I had to go down dumpster diving and find some value.
Well, how much was he? I don't even remember.
6,900. So, and I know his whole shtick about.
Well, and everyone was doing Molinari down there.
Exactly. And so he's like, I'll never win a major except, because these long courses. I'm like, well, this is only 7,200. Like, I grew up on 7,200. And he could putt his ass
off. Course that you just need to be accurate and precise with the way you place the ball around.
But with the amount of stuff he's doing with
it.
Barstool, I don't think he's going to win a major or another tournament anytime again. I think he's had a good.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Kevin Kisner. And by the way, for anybody who's listening to this after the fact, Chad's face when I said Kevin Kisner. And by the way, full disclosure to Kevin Kisner. Chad doesn't have anything personally against the man. I don't think you've ever met him. I don't know if anything's there.
No, the U.S. Open for Kevin Kisner. I guess the blind squirrel.
It was similar to when you bite into, you think it's an apple and it was an onion. That's kind of that look.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's the caramel.
I respect that.
Quick
Caramel
update:
onion.
Will Zalatoris now the clubhouse leader. He is finishes round 4 under on the day.
Oh yeah, he'll be the leader in the clubhouse.
He's 3 under on the day. He's 4 under for the tournament. I apologize.
What a leaderboard! Holy shit!
Up. So ever since Scheffler holed out from the fairway to get to 6 under, he has just gone backwards. And so I was talking to Bo about this before. So did you expect this course to play as hard as it is? No, I know we're talking the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open plays tough, but I feel like this the country club in general was getting a bit of a short stick as far as how difficult it was going to be from the masses. But it looks like from your reaction there, you were expecting exactly what you're seeing, a tough PGA professional course.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it just depends on the weather and all that stuff, but I think overall this is about what they wanted. There's a few guys where there's birdies and eagles. Like, people are having eagles. I was surprised by that. I thought there'd be no way there'd be eagles. Scheffler's just bleeding strokes now.
Well, granted, one of those eagles was Scheffler holing out from the fairway, so we can call that for what it is. It's a
There's been
whatever
a dozen more, but I think depending on how it goes tomorrow, if you can shoot even par and you're at -4, you're probably you may hang on to it unless someone really gets lucky or hot. Do you think it'll get to 6?
Seem like it does seem like the winner is going to be about where the top of the leaderboard is right now, that -4, -5, -6 range. And I'd feel pretty confident if I were to say bet the final score of the winner. I'd feel pretty confident in that bet there. And yeah, did you refresh your?
I did. Don't do that. Don't do that. The number didn't change. I refreshed the lineup. The number didn't change.
So just a quick update to all of our viewers here, because I am going to do it because I did take the lead against Bud over here. He is still currently at 191.5, which he's been at for the last hour, might I say. since we started the show. I have now climbed to 202 in our DK lineup, so the head-to-head here is now turning out in my favor to where it looks like Bud is just going to owe me a full night of beer. Again.
I want to see him chug that.
Bud now has a big grudge against Corey Connors from a bet earlier on in the year where I said Corey Connors was going to make the cut, and he said Corey Connors would miss the cut, and Corey Connors finished like top 10 that week. It was fantastic. so he's got a 6-pack of tall boys waiting for me for that bet, and now we're still racking it up against him here. So I'm gonna take my wins when I can. Because as I was saying earlier, I made the mistake of only playing one lineup this week, which is against what I usually do with majors. I typically play the 20 lineups and mix it up, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going one. Is Bud gonna make the green here? Oh, bunker on me. Hey, better.
Bud, you didn't play the wind.
All right, let's let this man get to his business.
Yes. So
The real Chad.
Yeah.
The real Chad. That's what we're gonna go with.
I'm a realtor.
yes,
I didn't expect to be a Twitter golf person. I made the Twitter account years ago when I was in real estate.
Which I love. Mine's this Bud's for you.
And then people are like, "What the hell?
I sound like a middle
You're
schooler.
Rauch? Rauchy?
Do what?
That's Rauch. That's my initials. It's not Rauch.
It did take some explaining of you the first time you were on the show, but
I know it's stupid. I probably should change it to just Chad Golf Guy or something.
Chad Golf
very
Guy.
basic.
I'd buy that hat.
That would be a clutch name right there, Chad Golf.
What's
Guy.
that?
I love that
Come on.
Twitter handle. You gotta.
Are you
I
kidding
don't know.
me?
Is
Chad
that
Golf
even
Guy?
available? Let me look to see if the Chad Golf Guy is.
Because you might have to
Snag
reinvent
the
yourself.
URL,
Yeah, you might have
snag
to reinvent
everything.
yourself there. 'Cause I love that.
Chad Golf Guy.
I don't know
Your
if that's
little logo
stupid
could
or
be some script
genius.
CGG that looks like it's an old school country club logo.
I don't think there's a Chad
CGG,
Golf
the
Guy. I
Chad
could do
Golf
it.
Guy.
But then, I'm trying to sell houses, I guess, but not really on Twitter.
I mean, look,
Twitter's
we all
kind
have
of
a
funny.
dream We all have our dream of making this.
Go put it in the
We
water. You
also-
got 200
You
water
tell-
down the
okay,
right.
You know what? I'm gonna
We're
go
gonna look up the Chad
put it on the
Golf
green.
Guy.
I'm gonna put it on the green.
What else are you guys doing tonight? Are you having fun over there? How late are you doing
We're
this?
having
You just gonna watch golf and hang out?
Chad, we should have sent you the invite a little bit earlier because that's all we're doing. We've got
This is amazing.
Over here on
My
this
wife and
wall.
child's they're out of here, so I'm just chilling, having a beer. That's why I was like, "You're going to do something? I'm not doing that thing. I'm gonna sit around." And so I got the iPad right here. I'm watching the golf on the iPad, obviously, and then I'm watching commercials because that's basically when you
I'm
watch.
watching commercials on the giant wall over here. I have a 2-year-old at home as well. If I wasn't doing this, I would be in some 1997 gray Nike sweatpants and probably a T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh,
I
and then
said probably
tomorrow
a
too. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be so fun, just hanging around. I love it.
What do you? So you are a new father, or is this your second kid?
3.
Wow, squad goals.
Yeah.
So you.
I'm
have hit
third child. Okay, I wasn't sure I even wanted 3, and then
Me neither.
I had sex one time. I swear, and I think I can pinpoint the.
I was a one
and
and
then I'm
done.
like, we're having 3? Are you kidding me? How?
So Cooper Rose is my daughter's name. She's gonna be 2 in July. Cooper Rose. And I'm sorry, Cooper, you're gonna hear this one day. She was a one and done, and I was so proud of myself. I get what you're saying. It gives you that kind of level of 3. But you're at the point with Father's Day where you can be like, you know what Father's Day means to me? Not being around or doing X, Y, or Z.
Oh yeah. I'm an introvert in nature, but by nature, and so
doing
I'm
this
basically
with you.
like, hey, honey, if you can just take the kids and get the hell out, because I like doing stuff around the house, but I never get to do anything around the house because I'm always with someone.
Listen,
But yeah,
if we go,
Life's
if
cool.
we go any
Life's good
further
though
down
because
this-
the kid is healthy. My boy, so I got boy, girl, boy. So I went with the.
Oh.
So I at least get a second chance at a golf partner if the first boy doesn't want to do it. I mean, the girl could end up being a golfer, I suppose. Too.
that poor boyfriend of your daughter, though. Like when you got the 2 boys.
Oh,
like,
murder!
pretending
I
that-
love it. Yeah, protected for sure.
Your feet are going to be up. You're not even on the front porch. You're on the. You're,
I don't
you're
even
up
need
in
a
your
gun.
bedroom watching the game because you got Junior.
Yeah, I'm like,
and his
is this
sidekick
guy good or
down there.
bad? And they're like, he's bad, and I'm like, take care of him, or like,
I
he's
can't
good.
wait.
Oh, yeah. Either way, Keegan Bradley walking up 18. I think a Keegan Bradley victory would be fucking amazing, would it not?
Oh,
This place.
we just had a brief sighting of McElroy on the top of the leaderboard, and then he bogeyed and went right back down to -1.
New England would burn down if Keegan Bradley won this U.S. Open. You know what it would be? It would be poetic justice for how the Celtics got bounced last night or
I thought you
two.
were making a poet pun there for a second.
A poetic?
Oh,
I thought he big brained us there for a second. I guess I gave.
Oh, I want to talk to you guys about Morikawa's problems with his swing. Maybe Bud will know because he's Mr. Swing.
Yeah, he's a bit more locked into the swings than I am, so he's probably.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big swing mind. I don't really care that much. I just lash and hope to swing as far or hit as far as possible. But yeah, so Morikawa not being able to hit a fade, I think that sounds insane to me. I don't understand that.
For a professional golfer, wow! And look at Bud.
What a shot out of the bunker for Bud! A nice shot.
Good shot from Bud. Okay, but he wants to talk about Morikawa's swinging.
So why can't Morikawa hit a fade?
Oh, keep cranking. We're good.
Bud, what's up with Morikawa? Why can't he hit a fade?
All right. So
Is
he gave an interview
thing?
recently. Andrew, can I bother you for a small one of these? Here, Jeff.
Bud is ordering another beverage. A small one.
They got 24 and 16 ounces. I'm alternating.
Hey, cheers to that.
Morikawa, he gave an interview earlier this week where he has been playing a fade. Jesus, touch of a blacksmith. He's been playing a fade his entire life, and he said that all of a sudden it's gone. And he really did. He was like, I don't know where it went. Like it's just the fade is not there. Remember that 294-yard butter cut he played to win the PGA a couple years ago? He made an eagle off that. Apparently, it's just quote unquote not there. So he said he's not fighting it. He's playing a draw this week because that's what his swing is giving him. So when you ask what's going on with it, he doesn't know. Like it's one of those it's not the yips because he's making contact. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's not the yips.
So, has this ever happened to your game where you can't hit what you want? Like, I don't think this has ever happened
right now.
That's why I don't understand.
Right now, and actually, it's fixing it right now.
It's happened right now.
I've played a cut my entire life. I'm very similar to Colin Morikawa. No,
yeah, you are.
I've always played it left to right, but I got new clubs and now everything's going left. But I might have fixed it. So we got 507 par 4, pretty flat. I'm just gonna swing as hard as I can, try not to slip a disc.
You're lashing it. You guys have played a course with a bunch of hazards. How many holes have you played? Is this the first course you played?
So we did play 4 holes at TPC Sawgrass before we switched over to Westland Straits. The plan was for us to play TPC Sawgrass, and then we realized we set up the tees wrong because Bud plays from the further back tees than I do because he's just better than me. So we decided.
So Bud was just smashing it everywhere. Look at Bud.
I mean, look. It's no secret. Bud is a much better golfer than me. I am a 13, 14, 15 handicap. Bud is Bud's a 2 handicap. So I mean, there's a bit of a difference,
but it's fun.
Tiny better,
and
a little bit better.
But you know what I'm finding difficult with these with the simulator here is the touch. I like the little chip shots. I just can't find the touch on it. I'm wasting a lot of shots in there. It's no excuse because I would probably make the same exact mistake on a real course, but it just is what it is. I'm mad at golf, but I enjoy it, so whatever.
Well, who's gonna win this? Who's gonna win this tournament for real? It's like up in the air at this point. They're past the front 9 is over. Rahm is on 12.
Yes.
I don't know who's gonna win. I honestly don't.
Well, I am surprised that Matt Fitzpatrick is hanging on here because he's one of those where he'll have a good round or two and then he just disappears. Who, me? No, Fitzpatrick. I'm surprised Fitzpatrick.
Well, he makes par on every.
Well, he won the U.S. Amateur back here 9 years ago.
He did. Yes.
Did you, Chad? You see this where I guess Matt Fitzpatrick writes down every single golf shot he's ever hit since he was 15 years old.
What a waste of time! Is that a waste of time? Probably.
I was going to say, you're not standing there going, all right, 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 1,200 square feet.
No, fuck no. That's not. Just program it in and let it register, and then don't. like, are we really reading back? Like, you can't remember this shit. It's just a waste of time. This is another thing where the teacher at school is like, also write it down. You visualize and you write it. And then if you see it and write it, it's double in your brain. And it's like, dude, it doesn't matter.
Nobody helping?
Lives like that. This is not helping Fitzpatrick. If he's going to win, it's not because he's written down the like, that's not why he's going to win or lose.
I love what you're getting at because you're right. That it could be, it's a quirky habit. That's all it is. That's not why he's winning. That's
no. Now it's like superstitious. Like I can't stop. I've done it forever. Yeah. So then it's like, oh my gosh, this is preventing you. You're not focused on the next shot. You're focused on writing down what the hell you did, which is a waste of fucking time. Focus on the next shot immediately. Get over the old past shots. Sometimes you have bad shots you just don't even want to write down, I'm sure.
Well, speaking of the next shot, I got 228 over the water.
For a par 5 or something?
That's a par 4. I told you we're playing the Ryder Cup course from Whistling Straits.
And you got 228 in on a par 4 into the wind, or you got wind help, or what is it?
No, there's no wind. Wind is negligible, 4 miles an hour.
Oh, it's nothing. No wind. Okay, so what do you hit here? You hit a hybrid?
Don't let me touch things. Okay. Hybrid? No, fuck it. It's fine.
He's not helping anyway.
But is just breaking the mic.
You got to get this shot on the green.
So, Andy, where have you been? What have you been up to? How's Belly Up Sports? You guys doing things?
So Belly Up Sports is great. So if you haven't been following us the last couple months, we've launched into the live sports arena. We just finished up the NLFA, which is
Bud is going to go over the frickin' green. He's too strong.
He's on it. He's on the green.
Bud has a good shot. Good shot from 220.
He's 46 feet away. He's on the green.
What a guy, muscle. So, Belly Up. You got Fantasy Nationals logo I see here. So, you got Fantasy National.
So we've been using Fantasy Nationals site from the beginning.
Do you have a promo code, or are you making people sign up?
We don't have a promo code.
They never gave me one either. I asked Moose. I played golf with Moose last summer. He's a good guy.
You play golf with Moose? Mm-hmm. Moose is a person. Moose exists.
Moose is a person. Yes.
So, he plays at Hazeltine out here in Chaska, in Minnesota.
We got to talk to Moose. Okay, so I'm a Mainer at heart, and so my favorite phrase. I used to work with kids for a living, and I still kind of do. And so you can't say "holy shit" around kids, but you can say "holy moose" because I used to work at a camp in Maine. So "holy moose" has been like a phrase of mine for decades. We got to talk to the mooser.
Yeah. So his name is Mike Metzger, and he's a real guy. He's nice. He sold the company though. So Fantasy National, I don't know if he's like not working for them. I think he still works for them, but he's like not full owner or
on the green finally.
My buddy, the guy that I do the fantasy golf pod thing stuff with, Eric Martins, used to subscribe to this dude's spreadsheet. So Moose used to just have a spreadsheet, and then it was a subscription service, like normal, like random guy.
Here's what I want to know: does Moose play golf?
Oh, dude, he's like probably a 4 or 3, 2 handicap.
Because that was my question. The way you describe it, I'm like, is this guy a golfer or is he just?
So the Ryder Cup was coming to Hazeltine in Minnesota, and he wasn't sure like who was good or bad. So he wanted to make, and he's a computer nerd.
Right, you're a modeler, an Excel guy,
and database maker. So then he made a database to calculate the Ryder Cup potential people, and that database kind of grew. And then he was like, "Wait, fantasy people care about this?" And then so he DM'd Mayo and was like, "Hey, you want to promote this? I don't know if people care about this. Would you care about this?" And Mayo was like, "This is amazing. Let me fucking promote this and be a half owner." And so he and Mayo just sold out. And dude is driving a Tesla. I know this. And Mayo moved to wherever the suburbs are and built out a studio. So I'm pretty sure that they cashed in bigly on the old Fantasy National. So I don't know.
Two quick follow-ups. A, beautiful bigly drop. B, listen, Steve Jobs. He put on an online bookstore in 1997.
No.
Or not Steve Jobs, sorry.
Yeah. The other guy.
Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
We knew who you were talking about.
But there's a parallel analogy for Steve Jobs. You get there first. I'm going to put 1,000 songs in your pocket or whatever it was for Steve Jobs. There's the climb. I'm going to put 1,000 songs in your pocket.
There you go.
For Jeff Bezos, it was.
Yeah, no, Fantasy National, good people. Great. It was fun to play. I went and actually played with Pat Perry, too, from the Tour Junkies, who are also a friend of mine. So love the Tour Junkies. So what else is new? How's the life and wife? Are things good at home?
We're gonna leave that off. We're gonna leave
Sorry.
Man, what are you
Sorry
doing
for
to me,
bringing
man?
that up.
Jesus.
Is he putting? Is Bud
He is
putting?
putting. He is putting
Whoa, that's
46 feet
interesting.
out.
Oh, this is his 48-foot birdie putt.
So look, hey, you know what? So here's what we gotta do, Chad, because we are actually running out of time for our live slide here.
I know. Yeah, you got to get rid of me and you got to go on to
No,
somebody else.
well, look, you're welcome to stick around with us for the last
Yeah,
few minutes.
whatever,
We want to
yeah.
get a representative from the clubhouse here on to talk about the location we're at.
Cool.
So we want to give them the shout out. So you're welcome to hang out with us if you want, or if you want to take this minute to tell us where we can find you. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, I'm at Edina Rilchi. I am also doing the Fantasy Golf Pod stuff on YouTube, so you can go there or iTunes.
YouTube, okay.
But yeah, I do a show on Monday where I do a first look sometimes when I have time, and then I do an ownership projection show. Used to be sponsored by Fanshare Sports, but I've left. There's no sponsor. We do use every site, but I missed you guys. Have me back on. Let's talk some golf. It's been fun.
We need to make this a monthly appearance. A drop.
I mean,
We gotta
I
start checking in.
want to come play simulators with you.
Oh, wait, look,
This looks like a fun place. Show us the background there. Can you move?
This is a fantastic. So you know what?
We can't pick up this computer. This camera is locked in.
So, but it looks like fun.
But you have the other. We are live on the other camera, so you grab that. Give us a quick little tour here. For
Yeah, because where are we? We're in Massachusetts.
So we're in
you guys are
Middleton,
friends.
Massachusetts, at the clubhouse.
Is this the first time you've ever hung out?
So actually, yes. This is the first time that me and Bud have met in person.
I was gonna say this is pretty. This is an epic moment for y'all.
So-
Wow! Look at that bar. Holy hell!
Oh yeah, the bar is fantastic.
Oh my gosh! What are all these things? They're like these are all simulator stations.
Wait, so here's the thing. There's 10 total simulators. There's a full bar.
Wow.
11. You might as well just come on now, man. Come on in, join you all.
Look at the pool tables. Holy shit!
So
These
we
are
got another
clean. Look at that
another
clean.
Andrew
Is this
joining
brand
us.
new? This must be brand new.
Sorry, I keep
What's
bumping.
up, homeboy? Talk right into the mic. Oh, now you're muted. Well, I'm looking at ping pong tables and couches. I'm looking at clean TVs. I'm looking at bar stools, and we're looking at places to put a beer, a couple places to play some of that. What is that game called where you throw the little thing across?
Shuffleboard. Yeah. We got bank shuffleboard too. So
Look at this. Is
for
that
people that? What? Sorry.
so? Is this brand new? This must be brand new.
No. We've been here.
It looks
10 years
fucking
now.
brand new. I'm a realtor,
years.
so I'm looking at the condition of the building and the carpet and the cleanliness. Looking real sharp. Look at this giant screens. How many simulators do you have?
We got 11 golf simulators.
Okay, is it
one of
busy
them-
all the time then, or you got room?
Not
to let me play?
all the time. Right now, just like a golf course's season out, is right now. Ours is during the winter when you
Okay.
can't golf outside.
Is this
So that's
the only
where all of our
location?
business
Are you the
comes
only location?
from. Sorry.
Are you the only location?
Yep. We just got one location. We'd wanted to in the past. then
Where are
COVID
you
hit.
exactly? Tell me where you are.
We're in Middleton, Mass. So
Okay.
it's North Shore. It's probably roughly about 30 minutes from Boston.
Okay.
But yeah. So
All right, awesome.
We're probably like 20 minutes to a half hour from Brookline, from the US
yep.
Open right
Yep.
now.
Oh, nice.
Probably around that.
Yeah.
So not
Now
super
the
far.
simulators, I'm seeing they're playing Whistling Straits. How many courses do you have?
We have roughly around 70 courses.
70?
Yeah, ranging from TPC Sawgrass, TPC Scottsdale, Whistling.
Do you have
Straits
TPC
that
Twin
they're playing.
City? Could you play the 3M Open?
What's our?
Say that again.
I have affinity to the 3M Open, TPC Twin Cities.
Twin Cities.
Twin Cities. So we don't have that
Oh
one.
well, it's a shitty course. You don't want to play it anyway.
Oh, all right.
Chad,
It was just kidding. I it's the where I live closest to. But anyway.
So in that vein, how does a new course come online? Like, how does that work?
So it's pretty hard to get because you have to get the licensing from the course, but we're not the ones doing that. It's the PGA certified golf simulators, which is about golf. So I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Golf Channel. Michael Breed,
Just a little bit.
yeah, I don't know if you guys. So
every day.
Michael Breed, he's the guy that does all the instruction. He's a partner with, I think, his brother-in-law or something. I'm not 100% sure. Is either the owner or something.
Cool.
So we have a partnership with them.
Cool.
Really good golf simulators. They'll
Very good.
they'll give you club speed, ball speed.
Well, I'm actually seeing
all the numbers
Andrew's
you want.
Shanks and slices and all the things. So it's realistic.
Not mine. Not
It's
mine.
pretty
I can tell you
realistic.
right now,
I know.
I can tell
Bud's
you,
good.
Chad, and everyone watching, it's very accurate. It is not wrong.
Yeah.
But also
I
now,
can talk golf. I can't play golf.
how do you? Is it by the half hour? Is it by the hour? Like,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
everything here is by the hour. So as of right now, it's so it's not per person. So it's $50 per hour on the weekday, $60 an hour on the weekend. Takes about an hour per person to play 18 holes. So these two here, they're probably going to play 18 in 2 hours. Or 9 holes, same thing. It takes a half hour for 9 holes. So it really just depends on how much holes you want to get in, and that's how much you'll pay for. Do you
offer leagues? Is there a chance to
Talk
sign
about
up?
those leagues.
Yeah. So our leagues are actually really popular here. So it's Monday nights right now. It's only during our winter season, which starts in November.
Why?
So,
Because summer
that's-
is so popular and it's just
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
so it's $500 to a team, and so that comes out to $25 a night.
It's like 4 guys on a team typically.
Yeah, 5 weeks. So
cool.
so it comes out to $25 a person night, which is a pretty good deal. And you're playing a different course every week. You calculate your scores. You can do the skins, and you can make some money doing that.
Chad, when I first moved to the North Shore, because I'm a Florida kid, and I came to the North Shore, and I was looking for a place to play in the wintertime, I didn't really calculate that in. I joined the league. Very first night, because that league was 9-foot gimmies.
Okay.
I had a genuine eagle on the first night of the league. The next week when I showed up, whoever it was, might have been Eric, I believe.
Maybe, yeah.
He walked up to me and he handed me $125 in cash. I was like, "Excuse me, what?" He's
Yeah.
like, "Dude, nobody hit an eagle that week. Like, you got." I was like, So I mean, like, legit, it's a fun league to be a part of. And as you all saw, this place is nuts, man.
It's clean, it's nice, it's chill. Now, what's your hour? Can we go there till midnight?
So as of right now, during the summer, as our slower time, it's Thursday through Sunday right now. Thursday through Saturday, 4 to 9, and Sunday, 11 to 4. And we do have a summer promotion going on right now where it's a half price if you call us within 24 hours in advance. So if you call us within 24 hours in advance, you'll be good for half price. So definitely try to take advantage of that offer while you can. And that's until November 1st.
Okay, sweet.
So,
do you have shot tracer? Do you have that technology? Can we do like a driving range on this screen?
Yeah. So you can put on a driving range. You can even put on like a practice putting green. You can put on like a 30-yard chip. You can put out to a green, 170 yards. Another great way to practice that's really fun is like you can put yourself on a hole. You can put yourself on, TPC Sawgrass,
number 17
into that island green. So,
yeah. Bud, what was that, Bud? You shanked it into the water.
He's just trying to make me feel better. And
no. He's showing how realistic it is.
Yeah, no.
That was like, I feel like I'm
what
there.
you're doing.
There you go, bud. I'm good with that. I took one.
I didn't take a mulligan. I'm not dropping.
Oh, okay.
I take my medicine. I'm a man of integrity.
All right, let's see this one.
I snuck in a mulligan in here when I thought Bud wasn't looking.
Wait, so you can do a mulligan? That's
There
pretty
you
nice.
go. That one was nice.
There we go.
Ooh, a little baby draw. You got the Morikawa baby draw going on there.
So I mean, pretty much for like everybody that says, after start of the year, it's April. Everybody's going. I haven't played all winter, right? Now you have a place where you can. Where now people are going out in April saying, "Oh wow, I'm feeling good about my game," So that's what I found since I've started working here is I've actually improved my game coming here. You got your all your numbers, so you know how far you're hitting your club. So it really does help your game.
Well, speaking of helping, there's absolutely nothing that has helped our podcast more than you all letting us come here and do this. We're 22. We're 22 episodes in. Chad was with us in the early going.
It was like episode 4 or 5, something like that. I forget exactly what it was.
Yeah, you were in a closet, I think, at the time.
Well, we don't got to go back there.
No, the closet he's referencing is the closet I was in on Patrick.
Look at this. Matt Fitzpatrick on back-to-back birdies. You got Wise back-to-back birdies. We got some action, boys, in the real tournament here. Look at this little kid. Who is this little kid they're showing on? Well, I'm probably
That's Matthew Fitzpatrick from 2013. Yeah. All right, listen, Chad. First of all, I'm going to throw my shout-outs to the boys and girls of Fantasy National, the boys and girls at Piper Golf, the boys and girls at In the Clutch, and the boys and girls at the Fantasy Golf Pod, and Chad the Golf Guy. And I'm going to let my boy, the real Mr. Mallard, take us home. Thank you so much,
Andrew. No worries. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate the insight and the information. Tell us your name, your phone number, and where we can find you again. Let's get all the information. Let's recap it all. What's the name of this place? Where we can find you on the internet? How do we book it? Tell it all.
Yeah, so you can. Most people now are booking online. So you can just go to our website www.theclubhousege.com, and you can go right on there, book a tee time. It'll show you all the open time slot. You can also give us a call 978-539-8725. With that, another thing that I wanted to mention is we also do teaching here. So I do it as well. I'm in the PGA program right now. So I do that.
So if you suck like Andrew, you can get lessons from this man. Why are you not getting lessons from this?
So, and just real fast, thank you for everyone who was watching us TV Live. You're probably getting kicked off right now, but thank you for tuning in. We're going to stay live on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. So stick around with us. We're going to hang out for the next half hour, finishing our golf game. But just want to give a shout out to the people who watch us on TV Live. Back over here to Andrew D.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw the comments.
Yeah, no, exactly. So like I was saying, we also give lessons here. We have a full lesson simulator that's actually right here next to us. We got 360 cameras that'll show you all your angles, foot sensors that'll show you where the weighting in your feet are. So we got some really good stuff here to definitely help people out on their games. Eric, the general manager here, as I'm the assistant, he's PGA certified already, so he's showing me the ropes. And yeah, so definitely call us if you're looking to get a lesson.
Are you guys on Twitter? Because that's what we do.
Yes, yep. We are on Twitter. We're on Facebook, Instagram.
What's your Twitter handle?
It's the Clubhouse, our name. So
the Clubhouse.
It should be the Clubhouse GE. Should be there.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool. Hey, thank you, sir. I love it.
Thank you very much, Ed. Nice to meet you guys.
Andrew and Bud, you need to come on our Thursday night program. We're doing a program now that's not touting. It's only just random shit. So this last week, we talked about mental health and mental.
You had me at mental.
You had me at mental as well. And I'm not saying I work in youth development, a nonprofit that does nothing.
I would love that because I'm a big touter of men accepting the fact that mental health is sometimes a priority. And it's
especially in
golf. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. It's not a bad thing to announce to the world that you need help. You do it.
You need help with a wedge.
I need.
I'm sorry, I ruined a good.
I know I need help with a wedge, but what I'm trying to say is we would love to join you to talk about.
Sure.
Well, no. We're not talking about mental health every week. We talked about random shit every week. We have a different topic, and this last week was about mental, playing better before you even get to the course. You can do things to make your score
Bob
lower.
Rotella's book, Golf is Not a Game of Perfect, or finding whatever niche you need to whatever you got to do to put yourself in whatever position mentally to actually go hit a shot. Speaking of mental, I'm actually losing ground.
You're still you gained a little ground because my score now is at 190.50, and you are at 190.50. So it's a 5-point lead that I have over Bud in our DK lineup. And here's what we're gonna do, Chad. So we are now officially off live on TikiLive.com on Belly Up TV.
That's just TV.
But we are still live. We are still live on YouTube until 7 o'clock. Well, I should say YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. We are still live until 7 o'clock. So you can feel free to hang out and watch us finish our round.
I want to know what's your moneymaker lineup.
We still have 9 holes.
Morikawa, you are bad.
We gotta do this.
We can do it for sure. What's your moneymaker lineup at?
So the one I need.
Yeah, like what? Because I only played one, and I'm at 190.50. What do I stack up against a guy like yourself who has the gravitas of DFS?
Okay, so this week I actually had a friend of mine on. His name is Tony, and he taught me how to make 150 lineups. Okay.
Can we talk about this in a future episode? I'd say within the next month or so.
Yeah, but yeah, like I don't know how to make 150. You know what I mean? So I did it this week. Here, I'll show you my bubbles. See my bubbles? Look how many fucking bubbles 150. I know, it's ridiculous. So they're all bad though. That's the problem. So I'm not very good at DraftKings.
Yeah, I think he just did shit mid sentence there. So
I've got an idea.
Oh, Bud has an idea. That is scary. What's your idea, Bud?
Oh God, you coming on Thursday? You want to come on this week?
Oh, we are freelancing.
Now we're just freelancing because we're off the main channel now. So now we're just gonna have fun.
Well, now you know the truth is that's what we've done on our podcast. We've done the after show. So we used to end it after an hour and then hit the end record, and then we would talk for like another hour. And what would happen is it was like really good content. So what we've decided to do is just keep it going. And we're just like, we're ending it, but we're not really ending it. We're just going to keep talking.
Well,
so anytime you boys want to show up and join, promote your shit. And do
we
your
would
thing
love
and
that.
hang out with us. Yeah, come on our pod anytime. Thursday night.
You've been one of our best guests on this show, so we would love to return the favor. And
best
sure, guest on your show.
Best guest. No, Andrew, you're the freaking winner of like $700 off my contest at one time in Masters. Did you win
$1,700? Let's get it right.
Oh my God, did you win the whole thing?
I won the whole thing, dude. I won $1,700.
Yeah. So what did you do with that money? Is it already spent?
Oh look. No, you reference the family. It's long gone. Okay.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Let me in the studio.
All right, I got Bud back in. So Bud's got the headphones on now. So
Bud is just strapping up the golf club.
So here's what I think he's doing here. He can hear you, Chad. So heckle the shit out of him, because that's what we're doing now. We're after hours. Just
right.
You know, I want you to. You will not make this putt, you jackass. You just hit him with it all.
I'm not on the green.
What are you doing? You're like 2 feet away. Is this a chip or are you putting?
Yeah, I'm technically off the green. I'm on the fringe. I'm 8 yards away, so I got like 20 feet, 25 feet, and we just got to hit a little like soft little bump and not
I
even
think
a bump.
You should make a comment about Scheffler real quick because Scheffler is just gone. He's made double bogey. He's on a.
Is he really gone?
He's down to 1 under now, dude. Scheffler, he was
Open, man.
So an hour ago, Scheffler was 6 under. He's now 1 under.
I mean, this course is tough, and then it gets in your head. The problem with me right now is I've got to go get another beer. You guys want to wait for that?
Yeah, we're dropping mics. We're doing freelance IT here.
I'm out of beer.
They've got a bar.
I've already drank how many ounces this is. I got to go get another beer. You guys chilling?
So how about this for the Open Championship? When we do this for the Open Championship, we'll make sure that we tell you ahead of time so you can go get 4, 5, 6.
Oh, and then we'll bring Josh Bennett on, who is my friend that I do. He's the producer of the podcast. We can even ask Martin.
We're planning
we could bring on all sorts of people. We could do a party for the Open because it'll be like noon, will it not? Or what time is the Open?
9 in the morning. We'll have champagne.
Yeah,
we'll
it'll be great.
Mimosas,
Mimosas and golf.
Fuck yeah, let's watch the golf and hang out.
No, even better. We're gonna call it Mimosa Mornings. That's what we're gonna do. Mimosa Mornings. You gotta go on the race, right?
Bud is putting on the headset like he's in
that's so he can
he's
hear
a NASA astronaut.
Defend himself. All right, so Bud's gonna step up here. He's got 377 off the tee. It's a par 4. It is.
Ask Bud, how far does Bud normally hit the ball?
So from what I've been seeing, he's been around that 270 range so far today.
Okay.
So he's really pumping himself up here, saying if you couldn't hear him, 300.
Oh, he's gonna Bryson it. He's got good form. He's got good hand.
I'll tell you when the sound comes off the club, it's
really good.
Impressive. It's impressive.
As long as it doesn't hit that little pot bunker. No. He's beautiful, right in the middle of the fairway.
288
that was really good.
Dead straight. That's fantastic.
288.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up there right now and I'm going to skull it and I'm going to hit it about 170 rolling into the fairway. That's what I've been doing.
Well, really, what's going to piss him off is when I tell him I hit that off the toe a little bit.
That is pretty good.
did.
What happened?
Chad, so the 3M Open, that's in your backyard?
I
I
mean,
love that you rolled.
yeah,
I
it's
you
like
rolled your
15,
eyes.
20
That's
minutes
like
now
when
from
somebody
where I
says,
live.
the John Deere's coming to town. It's like, the what?
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. And then so it's funny that like everyone's like, oh, you're the 3M Open guy. I'm like, I've never played the course. Don't look at the screen. You may need a
I'm not getting
mulligan.
any lift on this right now.
You're not getting any lift. It's the club.
I'm not getting.
So
any
You
there's a
need to
friend of
get
mine
that dad bod beer belly moving, Andrew.
Oh, shots fired!
Get it
Oh
going.
my God.
Put it back. Throw it into it.
I like
Get it going, Andrew. You want me
You know
to
what?
talk shit
You know
to
what?
Bud?
I got someone sitting just a couple feet away from us right now that would disagree with your hate on the dad bod.
It's not me. It's not me.
Whatever.
I will hate on your dad bod all day.
I'm not. Use it to your advantage. Oh shit! My wife is calling.
Nobody's being mean. So Sorry, he nailed it.
Hold on. I gotta go get another beer.
Go
And my
get your
wife is
beer.
calling me.
So anybody
Okay,
who's
hold on.
still
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Go do it, son. Take care of what you got to. Anybody who's still hanging out with us, if you stumbled ass backwards into the Divots and Pivots podcast, we are live from the clubhouse in Middleton. We are playing shitty golf and watching great golf, and we're having even a better time. Dude, I'm like 19 over or whatever it is. We're playing.
I am 21 over. You're about 9 over.
Still, we're playing the Ryder Cup course in Whistling Straits. We're doing okay. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us today for the last couple hours to lament how bad our picks were. But we had some experts on with us. We had Bo McBriar. We had the real Chad. We've got some people who tell us that we didn't do too bad. Everybody's kind of hurting this week, so it makes us feel better. I got 85 yards. I'm going to make this a gimme. You ready?
And I finally caught it flush and hit it over the tee box.
All right, well, since you're...
Oh, Chad. Where's Chad?
You want to go grab a beer?
Oh, he went to grab a beer.
So we got 85 yards. Uphill, 90 feet, 90 yards.
Yeah, so...
This is within 10 feet. If I hit this to a gimme.
Yep. See, I told you, you're 9 over.
Right. So
Yeah.
I got
I'm 21 over. For anyone keep it score, I am 21 over.
So you're a 6-pack up on me right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go double or nothing right now.
Well, I mean, to be determined
Right,
with this
but right
final
now,
score.
right
Yes,
now,
right now.
it's-
I'm a 6-pack up.
I'm going to
Yes.
go double or nothing. I put this within 9 feet. It's a gimme.
All right, so if anybody didn't hear this, Bud is betting double or nothing on the 6-pack that I am up on him. He's going to put it within 9 feet for a gimme. He is 85 yards out. He's going uphill, and this is his second shot on this par 4. So let's see what he can do here. First of all, he's got to line up the ball correctly.
If anybody's asking, I'm hitting a sandwich, 56 degrees.
He's hitting a sand wedge, 56 degree for 85 yards. And let's see what real golf looks like. That is a damn good shot. He might be a little long. Oh, and that is within 11 feet. So close, but yet the luck of the Andrew and the bet still reigns.
What's going on?
I like it.
Okay, so you missed it. So you're right. So he just bet me double or nothing on the 6-pack. I'm up on him right now that he would.
Okay. So that's 24 beers. Oh my
So
gosh.
85 yards out that he would put it within 9 feet. He just put it within 11 feet.
Oh shit. So then you
I
just
think that's the last double or nothing to come.
damn
For those
dude.
people
That's
who score,
pretty
I
good though.
got it
For
over the greens 'cause I-
11 feet's not bad.
So we got to do this. So we're going to work through the kicks this year, and we're going to do some joint podcasts next year. We're going to do some show. You know what we're going to do? Here it is, Chad. Divots and pivots. Oh, it's a beautiful core.
And the golf guys.
And the golf guys. Top
Look at this
golf.
mug. My wife bought me this, I think, for a Father's Day present a few years ago.
That's beautiful. Fantasy golf pod. What is that material? Are we talking about glass? Or are we talking about a good solid plastic that's
Oh
durable?
no, this is glass, homie.
So that's glass. You're taking that on the golf course. You're not taking it on the river. That's fine. You're talking to
No. I'm not even taking it anywhere. I'm just drinking it in my office right now. This is true. I moved, so I'm a new studio since the last time I saw you. I got this
Right.
office.
Yeah. You don't look like you're in a corporate cubicle anymore.
Or in the dungeon of my other house because I was in the basement of the house before. My wife did not appreciate the podcast. I used to be in the garage, but no, I'm going live in my office nowadays. We got the ring light. things like that. How are you? How's the viewership? Are you guys doing things? Are you guys having fun? Because the truth is you have to have fun, and that's part of the mental health thing that we talked about on Thursday.
If you're not having fun, it's not. There's no use to it. So I'm a former camp counselor, right? So that's like my roots where I found my
like YMCA, or what are you talking about?
A very, very, very high end overnight camp in Maine. But yes, summer camp to be
like
like resident
boarding schools. Are there like rich kids, or are they like abused kids, or what are they?
If I asked you to name celebrities within 30 seconds, I would tell you to stop and say I've had 2 of them. It's one of those
real?
camps. And well, the beauty of the camp was that, or is that, it is that that's the level of the clientele where last names will make you go, huh, or oh.
Cool.
But when they show up to the property, you're not so-and-so CEO of this. So, oh, you're Sarah's dad. Oh, you're Jack's mom. And that was the whole mantra of the place.
Cute.
Which is why it's so
Did you get paid a lot of money to do that then?
No, I mean, I got paid. I got paid a camp counselor's salary. The clientele didn't. I'll tell you this though: what has paid dividends in the long run was that if you, and you know this in real estate, when you have a kind of arc of clients from the, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I got a bunch of cash and a loan, and I want to buy a house. And it's not irresponsible. I just don't give a shit. I just want my house. And then you've got people who are like, I'm this rich. I've got this kind of money. This is what I'm looking for. And so here was the deal. When the kids showed up, it didn't care if your dad or mom was one or the other. Mm-hmm. You're a kid. You're here to have fun. You're here to learn how to fold your clothes. You're here to learn how to water ski. Maybe do all that kind of stuff.
How long was the camp? Was it like weeks or months? 4
weeks. So it's 2 4-week sessions. So it's the perfect amount of time to send. We had people's kids for a month. They would come home and they'd be changed because it really is removing yourself from your day to day.
No, I remember friends of mine growing up that would do these types of camps.
I never went to camp as a kid.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't either really. I went to 1 week like church camp, but it was like just to flirt with girls the whole time, pretty much.
BT dubs. That's half the reason any guy goes to camp is to flirt
for
with girls.
Sure.
And that's
no purple. You're like massive amount of purple. Doing purple.
Things are going good. Viewership is good. Listeners are good. We're getting some good love.
Good. It sounds like you're having fun. I mean, like you're at the bar with a friend.
I was just about to get to the end of that, which is at the end of the day, we're having a blast. I mean,
belly up.
Golf is supposed to do what it's doing, and belly up is like we want to bring people together. Golf is a social activity at the end of the day, so it's a perfect kind of intersection of passion and pleasure and pain, because the pain would be the golf.
Well, so Bud, if I had to ask you like to pick a golfer to win this tournament, can you even do that? Is it impossible?
To want or to think? Like, who do I think is going to win, or who do I want to win?
I guess aren't they both the same or no?
They are not, because who do I think is going to win? Who do I think is going to win is who I'm going to play in my DFS lineups, or my So my quote unquote other league is the one where we take the Bovada odds, and you get 4 tiers, and you pick one from each tier. Your money is your points. That's fun, and that's the one too where who I think is going to win is not who I'm going to bet on, because my brain is not bigger than my heart. I'm having fun with DFS in the sense that it's finally a form of gambling. And I do say gambling because it is gambling. And no matter what you tell yourself what you want, it's gambling. It's a form of gambling that I have found an emotional, mental connection to that is not out of control, where it's almost like it's not an addiction. I can stop anytime. No, it's something I'm passionate about. My wife knows about it, and I've got a certain amount of money that I go, I'm going to go have fun with this. So
it's blow money. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And you all were the ones who opened my eyes to it. It was jumping on this podcast and talking to guys like you, where it's like, holy shit, there's another layer to this game that I play and I love and I know. Speaking of, I'm going to go make this birdie putt.
Yeah, because so this should be interesting because we got about 12 minutes left in our simulator, and we still got 9 holes to go because we've just been shooting the shit.
No, that's what you wanted, though, is it not?
It's exactly what we wanted. It's been a fantastic day. It's been a fantastic live show. And look, if you're still hanging out, listening to us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, this is something you can expect from us again in the future, most likely from here and it just turns right on them. most likely what you can see us here again at the clubhouse here in Middleton. We're going to make this kind of our home course as far as indoor events go. So if you're still listening, hang out with us. That's an ugly score. You are so far ahead of me. Of course it's still you. You beat me on every hole. It's just the way it is.
What else do you expect?
But like we said earlier, if you're still listening, our goal here is to make this a regional show here for New England. We want to bring attention to New England golf because it is unique, it is special. It's different than other places in the country as far as the type of courses, the weather you got to deal with. And there's a healthy tradition here in New England that I don't think a lot of people realize. So we're going to bring some attention to that. We're going to get out on some live courses over the summer. We're going to be sharing those news on YouTube, on TikTok, and other platforms. So keep an eye out as the summer comes along here.
Oh, this is live?
I'm going to go tee up on this par 5 and see what I can do. Maybe I can get
this thing on.
All right, use your hips. Use your hips.
It's all in the hips. It is all in the hips. There are certain... So, Chad,
use the belly. Use that belly on Belly Up Old Media. Use that belly, Andrew. I see. I mean,
I'm going to guess by your
John
hairline
Daly this shit
that you're younger than me. But what you just said,
I'm
I said I'm going to guess by your hairline that you're younger than me. Say that again. How old are you?
I'm 37. I'm a baby face.
Okay, you are younger than me, but just barely. And
okay, by a little bit.
Yeah. I'll be 40 in October. Trust me.
Wow, look at that! A little draw to it. Nice work,
guy.
Andrew.
So here's the thing about Andrew.
That might be his best of the day. So he's right in my face. Okay.
Are you a golfer, Chad?
Oh yeah.
So
I grew up on a golf course. I'm probably like a 7 or 8, 9 handicap. I haven't played a lot because of this new baby and moving and stuff. So I didn't have a lot of practice this winter.
My daughter was born in July of 2020. We bought our house in March of 2020. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But our boy here has got a great swing. No weight transfer. See how he's falling back? And that's the only.
No, he looks like Karl Malone shooting a free throw. You can't go backwards.
Yeah, the only problem is the mailman can't deliver. So.
Hey, Andy, are you going to win? No, Andy might win.
I know. 371. There's no way to hit it, so you just have to go lay up. What do we got left? 5 minutes? How many? 7 minutes left?
Chad, you're about to be in trouble by this very fine lady next to you here, Morgan. She says you're being too mean to me.
Oh, sorry. You're really good at golf.
Take your head off. It's what? How's? So apparently, I'm just noticing now my computer is not charging even though it's plugged in. That is interesting.
Uh-oh. What is it?
But we're still good. We're still live here. Oh, you hit one like me, bud. Welcome to the club.
A shankopotamus. No, I don't know what happened with that one. You had some rough on that one.
Yeah, he got a little on top of that, I'd say. Yeah, go for it. Just do it. Just do it. You have,
so they have the ability to do a mulligan, and they're going with the mulligan here.
We do have an ability. So I've only.
You guys, Matt Fitzpatrick's winning the golf tournament.
That's unreal. Matthew Fitzpatrick, 5 under.
How is he gonna win? And Morikawa is dead.
I'm all
Scheffler's dead.
Fitzpatrick wins. Oh, well,
how is Morikawa so bad today? Morikawa just doubled. Morikawa's +1. Holy shit.
He's +1 now?
Morikawa is dead. He's out of it.
Is relentless. And I mean,
and yet so this is why you picked this course, because you know you would be better at it and you would kick my ass off.
I'm talking about the country club. I'll kick your
ass.
I'll kick your ass off.
Oh, look at this.
Yes, you will.
Yeah,
I don't disagree.
Oh my god.
I know what I know, and I don't. I know what I don't.
This tournament's going to be funny tomorrow because this course is impossible.
It is. So
I mean,
you know what I think?
Anything can happen.
I'm a big Bull Durham fan, right? And I'm also a big Tin Cup fan. I'm a big Kevin Costner guy. Shocker. And so they talk about the gods, the juju, the vibe, the feel. And we've had a couple of guys come back from 7 behind, most notably JT at the Southern Hills.
Yeah, it was
my best friend was there in Tulsa. I didn't go. He sent me the hat. I think, Chad, what you just kind of teased
is what the gods are setting us up for. We're all up here going, oh my God, Morikow's doing this, McElroy's doing that. The gods have something else. They've got a name that we're not saying, that at the end we'll go, yep, it was his time. It was his time. Somebody's sitting there 6, 7, even 8 back, who's got a 66 in his pocket, while everybody else has got a Sunday 72. And that's where I think, now, all of this is gut instinct. I know Dick about fantasy, so it might not shake out.
It could be Mr. John Rahm sitting 3 back right now.
That's my point.
John Rahm is a real contender at 3 back right now. That's someone who you should be scared of if you're Will Zalatoris. Look,
that Duffy guy, remember Duffy was winning?
Yeah, now he's +7 or whatever he is.
Yeah, he's god awful.
back to normal.
Yeah, we knew that would happen.
Well, but that's the beauty of the U.S. Open is that water finds its level at the U.S. Open.
Totally.
I love that you said that. Water finds its level at the U.S. Open.
It's so true, though. It is so true.
Or like Hayden Buckley or Nick Hardy. What are they doing today?
Well, remember Adam Hadwin was winning after round 1. He was up 1.
Yeah.
They're showing him putting right now. What's his score right now? Let's see.
He's -1, I think.
Hadwin, he's 2 under, so he's still in it.
Oh,
I'll give it to him. He's still in it. But he's not where he was before.
Yeah, tough to win on PGA
Well,
Tour.
look, and that's the thing. It is tough to win a U.S. Open. Hey, that's my shirt. You gonna hit for me? No. I'm gonna be legit. You don't need to hit for me.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
Oh no, there's only so many hits left. We need to hit. Andy needs his shot.
I'm +24 right now.
Hadwin is at -2. It's crazy. Keegan is at -2, and they're in the clubhouse. Those are great scores.
That's what I'm saying. If you're under par on Saturday evening at a U.S. Open, period.
Hadwin would be the craziest win, and that's what you're kind of getting to is like a guy like Hadwin could win, and then you'd be like, oh, cute, Hadwin gets a major. Yeah,
and this would not be a major where you would say somebody came out of the woodwork to win. We've had those. Aaron Hills, and I think that's why Brooks felt that. Not if I say felt that need like anybody wants to lose. But after Aaron Hills, it's like, I can fucking do this. And I think this is one of those majors where you don't expect nobody. You expect somebody like Brooksy you expect a big name to roll it out there. And we got John Rahm up there. We got Will Zalatoris, who scar tissue is what it's going to happen. I'm going to put it right now. Will Zalatoris is gonna win this tomorrow. I think it's enough seconds and runners up, and that PGA playoff was enough for him. He's squeezing on a young lady next to us. So, what? I got 37 feet downhill.
He's calling me up for spend some time squeezing your hand over here.
Well, we came to play golf.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna finish this round.
No, we're not even close to finishing this round. But we are winning on the day because we got a live 90 minutes, and then we got some bonus time with the real. Hold on, this is.
So here's the thing. We got
real cheap. I keep fucking up your name because I love your handle.
Edina. It's a city.
Edina.
Edina.
I know it is. I remember the whole story. I just keep fucking it up.
Yeah. It's a dumb thing. I apologize.
Chad the golf guy.
Chad the golf guy.
Dude, Fitzpatrick.
Do what?
Yeah, should I change my Twitter handle?
1,000,000%. Chad the golf guy. If that's not taken, like you Chad the golf guy 2 or Chad the golf guy 16. What'd you say?
Or 59.
You don't want to. Yeah, you want to be Chad the golf guy, not Chad the golf guy 6.
No, I don't need a number. Yeah. Look at Fitzpatrick. He looks like he's 27.
They're open for a while, but yeah.
No, I know. So we're gonna finish out this hole, and then we're gonna have a couple minutes left here, finish off. So.
Oh no, my family's about to get home. I got to do like dinner routine.
Yeah. So I want to give you a chance here, Chad, to shout us out where we can find you, what you got going on for content right now. This is your time on the floor here. Tell us all of our viewers where they can find you.
Okay, well, I've been doing content on Twitter for a while. I've actually been doing content on the internet for a long time. Since 2003, probably, maybe even 1999, I had my first website. It was called myfantasyadvisor.com. But either way, I'm doing tweets. I tweet out the narratives. I do some lineups. So I build lineups that have themes to them each week. So if you want to kind of get an idea of who the ball strikers are and how the recent form guys and kind of just gives you a little.
So I've noticed that you post the different types of themes, and I love that approach.
Okay, so
Because
that's in my
there
one of my
always is a
tweets.
theme to like the winning lineup. There seems to always be a theme. So you take that approach, it makes sense.
And most of the time it's ball strikers. Try to just take a ball striker who's playing well. I also tweet out a house bet. I do all sorts of random other shit. I have a beer gut brain model, so I'm making a model. Well, I'm more mocking my friend Josh Bennett, who has a real model and like cares about stats and like has calculations. Where I just go and I just like go, I like this guy, so I'm mocking the shit out of these
Chad,
models.
I'm gonna give you this one. I'm going to give you this one for free. So when I'm not co-hosting the Divots and Pivots podcast, I'm a contributing writer and producer to another golf outlet, and I've coined a phrase: if you keep hitting the target, nobody knows you shoot from the hip. So don't expose that you're missing, because then that way people know. I mean, if you hit the target, Everybody misses. Come on.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, I love that. No, and then I've been tweeting stuff. I've been tweeting on fantasy golf, but I don't do as much because I used to be into it more when the COVID hit and like I didn't have a lot of real estate going on. But I've been busy, boys and girls. I've had the best start of my career this year out of any year of my career. I'm 8 years into real estate, and I've been doing real estate in the state of Minnesota for a while. If you want to have a fantasy golf obsessed realtor, you can use me as your realtor. But also, I still will do open houses on Sundays. I'm not like afraid of doing them. I'm not that dedicated.
No, you shouldn't be. It's your job, right?
Yeah. No, okay, so we do this open bar concept on Thursdays where we just kind of have it be a fun golf conversation. This is something that I know is up Bud's alley. I think you could come on and you could do it, and we could have we'll send you the link, or that you can come on anytime, open invite. Bud's trying to make a putt. What was that, Bud? That was a nice. That almost went in.
He still beat me on the hole. Whatever it was, he still beat me on the hole.
All right. Well, we're 2 hours. You're 2 hours into this. Are you done here?
So actually, we're 3 hours and we started at 4. But look, we are at the end of our time here. So look, we want to thank you, Chad, for joining us, especially for this extended time. It's always been a pleasure.
Anytime.
Check out, at Fantasy Pod. It's Fantasy Golf Pod. Is that what it is? I'm sorry.
Fantasy Golf Pod on Twitter or on YouTube too. Fantasy I've got a couple viral videos, you guys. I've got a couple of videos that are over 1 million views of Danny Lee is just hacking away at his bag after he missed a putt, and that went viral. Okay. And Patrick Reed is also chunking the ball and cheating and doing shit. And that went viral. I got a bunch of other random shit. Brooks Koepka talking shit to somebody. So those videos are on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. I'm all over the place. You can do that on iTunes and Spotify and whatever else.
Fantastic. Well, everybody, check out Chad. Everything he just said. We're looking forward to joining his show, Fantasy Golf Pod, in the future as well. I think that's
Thursdays, golf guys. Golf guys.
Yeah, us golf guys got to stick together. So thank you for joining us today at our first live event. And everybody who's still sticking around with us, I know this is longer than originally planned for the show, but thank you for sticking around for the after hours portion of this. We really – and he came so close. We really appreciate the love and the support that you give us. We wouldn't be anything without all of you watching us right now, so thank you so much for that. We will see you on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. as always on tikilive.com, on bellyup.tv for our normal weekly show, and we will see you again for another live edition of the Divots and Pivots show on site, most likely here at the clubhouse in Middleton, Mass. So don't forget it. And we will announce the winner of the Piper Golf hat on Wednesday on our show. So stay tuned for that. If you entered, we will announce that on Wednesday. We love you all. Thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Peace out, boys.